So here we are once again in this happy little place called the Plains of Oblivion. Very pleasant little spot here. And last time, yeah, so the game, of course, famously crashed out right around here. As we exited the bowels, we were no longer bowling, as I was telling that story. So I don't think we've lost... Oh, I was gonna say that wasn't fall damage. I don't think we lost too much progress or anything. I think we have some falling rocks maybe, but I think the monsters we were fighting are gonna be right up here. So let's see if we can get caught up to where we were, but I don't expect that we were terribly far. And I think, if I had to guess, I think I found our ultimate destination. Behind this closed gate. Yeah, that looks pretty encouraging. Well, okay, it's not encouraging, but it is appropriately ominous and spooky. Let's see if I can do the sneaky snakes. It'd be really cool if I could knock their asses down. What's up, Fabled? Good to see you, friend. Let's see if I can... Oh, I was trying to do the knock them down move that we just got earlier. Or at the end of the stream last time. Although I think we haven't leveled high enough for that yet. For a minute there, she was stuck. So I'm going to see if I can smack her around with my sword a little bit and hopefully get our sword stuff leveled up. Because, yeah, last time we did manage to unlock a new ability. Because we got this blade up to 75, which was pretty cool. So grab the stuff from the spider booty. We just reach in and retrieve the silk and the, what was the other thing? The silk and something else. And venin. I'm assuming venin is, it's probably not spider eggs. I wonder if it's like something relating to spider venom. Like maybe venin is like one of the like compounds that goes with making the spicy stuff. Can I just knock her ass down? Slowly, yes. Not as dramatic or spectacular as I was hoping, but sure. So it's right here is where the game crapped out last time. What's up, Ogasso? Yeah, it was as we were fighting the second spider lady. That's where the game got sad last time. It was a fun time. It was a fun time, and I remember it well. Bloop. Maybe sneaky snake. Oh, for a second there, that Daedrith had the funny walk cycle. I would rather not fight them both simultaneously. Trombone champ, dude, that game does look hilarious, Ogasso. I've seen a number of people tweet about it, and each time I saw someone tweet about it, I was like, that looks silly, but I don't know. Like, is it a real game? Like, it looked too silly. I was like, I don't know if I believe this. And then finally, after like 3 or 4 people posting about it, I actually watched like the full video of it, and I looked up the Steam page. I was like, this is legit, and this is amazing. And then yeah, I saw Ogasso post about it as well, so it's making the rounds, as it very well should. Oh gosh, this is a little scary, because yeah, once again, I was saying how I don't want to fight both of these creatures simultaneously. Oof. Every time I go for a swing, he's stun locking me, but there we go, now I can stun lock him. Doesn't feel so good, does it, motherfucker? Hehe, got his ass. But yeah, that does look like a very fun game, Ogasso. Definitely one I want to stream at some point. Either for like maybe weekend streams or for the Extra Life charity streams, which are coming up not too far from now. Also, Wisdom Turtle. I love your screen name. Thank you, my friend. How you doing, bud? We're playing some Oblivion, and we're just chilling, fighting spider ladies. You know how it is in the Plains of Oblivion. Pretty standard Wednesday, I would say. Pretty standard 21st night of September. Wisdom Turtle said, I see you're doing some Call of Duty, some Modern Warfare. Now, to be clear, we talking like original Modern Warfare, because yeah, I'm gonna date myself and be like, yo, I remember that when I was in either actually, I might have been in high school. I might have been in high school and not college for Modern Warfare 1, that is. But thank you. Appreciate that raid, bud. We're playing some Oblivion. I'm in the midst of my first ever Oblivion playthrough, so I'm a little bit late to the party. Even though I just dated myself, you know, you can assume how old I am. I must be in my early to mid 30s, and you'd be correct if Modern Warfare came out when I was in high school. So I've been around for a while, but I'd never played this game. So I'm playing it now. A little bit late to the party, but better late than never. Doing some... Oh, DC Universe. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. What kind of character do you have in DC Universe? It's just another Fallen Knight. This isn't the guy we're looking for. kind of one of the guys, but not the guy. With his steel mace and his puddles of blood. Lots and lots of blood. Very good. So you're playing it a while ago. I got you. There's one guy down there. We'll have to make our way. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, like, wait, am I expected to jump down? We probably could jump down. It probably would save time, but nah, we'll go the expected path. So I did some DC Universe Online, then some Fortnite, so pretty good variety then of games. That's pretty cool, Wisdom. Pretty good variety of games, I'd say. Oh, here's this guy. And with one of these, and unfortunately that doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's enough to make him sad. Speaking of which, I should repair my gear. Apex an update. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I actually heard that there was either, I don't know if it's a new season, but yeah, I saw that there was like some big updates happening. Oh my god, stop with the stun locking, please. Stop with the stun locking, please. I just wish to smack you, please. There we go. They cannot stun lock us forever. Eventually we will break through. A whole bunch of games. That's right, Wisdom Turtle. I can appreciate that, bud. I can definitely appreciate wanting to bounce around a whole lot. I don't usually, like, bounce myself. I don't usually stream a ton of different games per stream, but over the course of my years of streaming, I also have been one to enjoy, like, a wide variety of genres. So, Deidre Greaves. So things like, I don't do a ton of battle royales or like MMOs necessarily, but RPGs like this one, and then some like single player first-person shooters, and platformers, and strategy games, and indie games, and everything in between. So I can definitely respect the joy of the variety. Whoa! What the hell? That was new. What in the world was that? Was that a new like trap that just unlocked? That was bizarre. Now I hear battle music, so something knows where I am. That was bizarre. Was there something behind me? No? Alright, well. Apparently it somehow alerted the Storm Atronach to my location. Maybe it's just like maybe it's a new trap. New trap unlocked or something. Ouch. Luckily I can heal. These guys are being mean. Try everything and not deleting it. Yeah, so not uninstalling anything. So you can come back to it if you ever wanted to, which is nice. Also, he is stun locked. Look at that. It's not so nice being stun locked, is it? Storm Atronach. Got his ass. So still battle music, so still things do appear to know where we are. Can I repair right now, or is that... Okay, it's still technically in combat times. There's really no need to be in sneaky mode right now, because things know where I am. Also, I don't know what causes this. Oh, I guess we need to go down there. Oh god, it hurts to look at. Oh Jesus, my eyeballs. Yeah, we need to go down that way. I'm impressed they were able to sniff me out from that far away. Another Daedrith. Whoop! Oh, and one of these lads. The Zivili. Whoa! Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Damn. Did not expect there to be a pool of lava down there. They just smacked my ass right on down there. God damn. Not at all expected. Not at all expected, but now we know. Beep, beep, beep. And you're enjoying all of them. That's good. That's very good. Uh-oh, the animations are stuck. Right, we've had this bug before. Oh yeah, yeah. I might wonder if I should restart the game. We've had this before. I think it's, you know what? I'm just gonna reload the save. I think it happens on save reloading sometimes. The animations are bugged. Yeah, I think it's good now. Well, maybe. I don't know. It's a little bit suspicious, because what happens is, I don't think you're really supposed to be able to do this, but when this animation bug happens, you can just charge up an attack like this forever. There's that, obviously. That same claw thing, yeah. I guess I'll stick with it for now, but the problem is that the animations don't line up when the actual attacks are happening, so sometimes he will take damage before the attack like actually goes off. There we go. It looks like it's okay for now, but we've had this before where like we'll begin the attack and then they'll take damage and then the swing will go off. It's like that's not normal. That's not how it's supposed to go. Said the first DLC. Wait. Oh, so Oblivion was the first DLC ever? Really? That's of course a lot of us very fondly remember the horse DLC armor. Or horse armor DLC rather, but I didn't realize that was the first ever DLC in gaming history. Because yeah, of course it's something that is, for better or for worse, iconic for this game specifically. But yeah, no, I always just assumed that there were other DLC before it. Of course, it would have been around the same time when it started to become an industry practice, obviously. You know, a lot of us associate the PS3, Xbox 360 era as the moving away from expansion packs, like larger post-game releases, post-game updates, and more smaller individual downloadable content packs. Better or for worse, that just kind of became the standard. Alright, so this time I'm gonna, well actually not till we drop down, but eventually, when we drop down, I'll have to be careful about where I'm standing. So that way if any ne'er-do-wells, any bad guys feel like knocking us into some lava, we can maybe have a chance to get the fuck out of there. Ouch. I think I've got better healing spells now, because these guys have never stopped being a pain in the ass to deal with. Kind of makes me sad that these are the only Atriox we see now. We haven't really... We saw Frost Atriox like maybe 5 times. And we saw a lot of Flame Atriox, but yeah, it's like we only see the Stormlads now, which is kind of a shame. But I guess the Flame Atriox are the lowest tier, and the Icy Lads, I guess, would be the middle tier. Although I always thought the Frost Atriox were also pretty tanky. Bethesda announced they will a Skyrim. Do you mean make a Skyrim 2? Well, I mean, I know they're working on Elder Scrolls 6. Let's see. Yeah, we need to drop down here. I know they're working on Elder Scrolls 6. We don't know what it's gonna be necessarily. Like, you know, where it will take place, that kind of thing. But we know they're working on Elder Scrolls 6. I haven't heard anything about a Skyrim sequel, like a direct Skyrim sequel, unless you're referring to Elder Scrolls 6. Because I've heard people say, like, very confidently, oh, it's definitely going to be Valenwood. And then I've heard people say very confidently, oh, it's going to be Hammerfall. Or Hammerfell, rather. And then some people theorize it might be the Black Marsh. So no, I've had a lot of people very confidently say, oh, it's definitely going to be this. Oh, look at that friendly fire. That's actually kind of cool. But I think unless I've missed any gigantic announcements, I don't think there's been any definitive say on what the next Elder Scrolls is going to be. I think we're probably a ways away from knowing for sure. Alright, so where's the spider lady? If there was one of the small spider lads somewhere, then that means the spider mother is somewhere. Oh, there, yeah, in fact, it just smacked me right there. Where's your mother? There's the lava that I fell into earlier. Now referring to Elder Scrolls. Oh, here she is. So you're saying Bethesda is gonna make a new Skyrim game, but not an Elder Scrolls game? I think I might have misunderstood something. So you're saying that Bethesda is making like a new Skyrim? Is it like a Skyrim spin-off maybe? Because I've not heard anything about this, but it sounds interesting. Although I've never played Skyrim, so I've only played this in Oblivion, or this in Morrowind rather. This lady's kicking the shit out of me, goddamn. Part of it is that my stuff is damaged, but I haven't been able to repair because we keep getting surrounded by bad guys. There we go. Now I can move. Holy shit! And I can adventure. Got a couple things to pick up. Actually, no, I don't. Nobody has anything. Perfect. So yeah, that's where I fell in the lava earlier. They just pushed me right on in, and I had no idea. I had no idea. I was not prepared for that. Yeah, let's repair our gear. I think our stuff got pretty damaged there. And yeah, just to be clear... Ooh, wow. Everything got damaged. That's not good. And Blade is level 75, so we should be able to have that cool special move that we can knock people... That allows us to knock bad guys. Just temporarily knock them down, that kind of thing. So I need to do a few things. I need to repair or restore my, what is it, speed and agility? Speed and agility, yep. So, that'd be thanks to, I think, the spider ladies. I think that's one of their abilities. Very, very fun, very cool abilities. It's got that one. Okay, so, and then bring agility back up. I think agility's at 42 or 43 maxed. Agility, boop, there we go. Okay, so it's just rumors. Okay, you said real thing, so I was like, oh shit, maybe there was like a new announcement that I just missed, but if it's just rumors, then yeah. That's the thing, you can always count on lots of Bethesda game rumors constantly. Some of them turn out to be real, like there were Fallout 4 rumors months before that was announced, so, you know, sometimes stuff comes out to be real, but, I mean, I've been hearing different people make very, like, confident claims about Elder Scrolls 6 for years now. We still don't know shit about it, so I tend to err on the side of I'll believe when I see it, just because it's so easy for the rumor mill to spin up things that sound maybe kind of, you know, plausible or interesting at least, but yeah, you know, it's sometimes we just gotta keep our ears open and listen for announcements, but be skeptical of what we hear from unsubstantiated sources. And look at that, everything is fully repaired. Look at that. Ooh, that took a lot, but had a lot of stuff get damaged. I think one of the things we were fighting, it was either the spider ladies or maybe it was the Zevialize, but somebody has a damage, I think disintegrate armor spell, because I was seeing the pop-up for it a couple times there. Let's grab my torch, by the way. I think I inadvertently removed it. Stream every day. Well, thank you, Wisdom Turtle. I appreciate the raid, bud. I do appreciate that. And I don't stream every day, but I usually stream a few times a week, which is a fun hobby to do. Realm of Oblivion. I think that's the outside areas. Let's keep looking. There's other areas to explore down here, but actually I think this is it. Let's check the map real quick. Yep, that's definitely it. Oh gosh, every time that the red hue of that lava glow is a little bit spicy. Farwill, oh my gosh, he's alive. I thought for sure he would have gotten got by now.
It's about time someone got here. What took you so long?
Now, I was hoping he would be like, oh, thank heavens. This place is scary and so many of my knights have fallen. You know, let's work together and leave. And not like, oh, what took you so long? So apparently this guy's a fucking nerd. All right, let's see what this guy's all about.
We are knights sworn to uphold the laws of Cheydinhal. We fear no being, and we strike fast and true as lightning.
As lightning, that's right.
Many wish to join our ranks, as we are of the highest echelon. Only a select few may join the finest force ever to grace the lands of Cyrodiil. Until now, we numbered only 7, but attacked like a regiment. Our enemies quake at our approach and falter at our charge. Huzzah!
I like to think that when he said huzzah, he did like a JoJo pose, maybe? Like a very dramatic JoJo pose, or he just stabbed with a sword, like, hey-ya, like not at us, but just in general, like swinging his sword dramatically. So anyway, yeah, this guy's fucking full of himself. Who could be surprised, right?
I set out with the rest of the knights to dispatch this blemish on the face of our fine world. When we arrived, we were overwhelmed. I myself was able to kill perhaps 2 score of them, but they just kept coming. Only Brennan and I remain alive.
Only 2 score.
However, with you here now, we can take the sigil stone from that citadel and complete our quest for the good of all Cheydinhal. Huzzah!
Let's get you out of here, man.
Are you mad? A Knight of the Thorn never returns home until the mission
Look at this guy
is done. It's our way.
who's just like stoic during this whole conversation.
My father's name as Count Indorus of Cheydinhal. I order you to lead me to that sigil stone. I suggest we use the Raymond sweep formation. You'll assault, and we'll guard the rear flank. Onward and upward. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Yes. Adventure awaits! Huzzah! It's fucking oh, what's that guy's name? I'm blanking on the gentleman's name, but the YouTuber that made all those fun videos.
The sigil stone for this Oblivion
The
Gate
weird
is the key.
rotoscoped animated
as soon
videos.
As we have it, we shall rid Cheydinhal of its existence.
Looks like an absolute. Well, he's definitely got an ego, and we were warned ahead of time. Like, the Knights of the Thorn are a joke, obviously. I like how this guy's like, here, I've got a master plan. You take point, and we'll guard the rear, which is to say, you do all the work, but we will take part of, if not all of, the credit.
The path is yours. Lead on.
Even if Farwell doesn't say it, we appreciate that you're here.
All right, we got one voice of reason at least.
Don't judge Farwell too harshly. Most of what he says is fabricated. But he's young and therefore quite brash and inexperienced.
Jesus, could you turn down your brightness, dude? You hurt my eyes to look at a little bit.
I've known him since he was a lad, and fighting to defend Cheydinhal is in his heart. I just wish his heart was bigger than his hubris.
Like I said, at least we get a voice of reason. I'll take it.
I'm sure you wish to hear the real story, rather than Farwell's version. Not long after the gate opened, Farwell decided an assault was in order. We charged inside and promptly met resistance. 3 of us were cut down in the first wave. We pressed on at Farwell's behest. At the base of the citadel, we met a larger second wave of foes. We lost 2 more in that skirmish, as well as Farwell and I being wounded badly. It was at this point we considered retreat. We found the way back blocked by more Daedra, so we were stuck here until rescued by you. It's just like Farwell to leap before he looks. Had we brought a City Watch contingent, we might have taken the Sigil Stone with minimal losses. Instead, Farwell wanted to prove his point. The City Watch and the Knights of the Thorn are always at odds. They think we don't have what it takes, and Farwell wanted to show them. Perhaps
he showed them all right.
To blame, but that's not important right now. We must complete our journey and get that stone. Please, help us.
I'm reminded of that one of my favorite quotes from Futurama. They all thought I was crazy, but I approved them. They don't take us seriously, so we wanted to show them that we are not to be taken seriously. What's up, Alexandra? Good to see you, bud.
Let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving. That's right. Well, see, they fought some things. They killed a scamp, so yeah, they weren't completely useless, only partly. Now, I'd be willing to bet that we are incentivized probably to keep them alive, but it probably wouldn't be like, you know, quest failure if one or both of them died. So we'll see. I'm assuming that's the direction we want to go, but I'm gonna see if there's anything back this way, just because I've mentioned before, I'm always a big fan of going the wrong way first. Also, I'm gonna save real quick since we've found the 2 dudes, so I don't need this torch since we're in the great outdoors, the great red sulfuric ashen outdoors. Oh my god, of course they would charge ahead, wouldn't they? So I have to try to not... Whoa! Freaking paralyzed me. And that was a good paralyze. I got knocked down for a good like 5 seconds there. God dang. This would be so much easier if they weren't just like swarming them and getting in my way. Now the good news is, looks like at least he's able to heal himself. I can heal you up too. Shield 15%. Very nice, very nice. At the gamer ouchie, says Alexandra. But laying down is chilling. I'm sorry to hear that you've got some soreness. Was it from Thinking what gamer ouchies could be referring to. Was it like back pain from sitting in like an uncomfortable chair or something? Because I know some folks that like in their younger years didn't have like very good ergonomic setup, and it led to back pain in the later years. Acrobatics, very nice. Whoa. This actually might lead back towards... Actually, I don't know. All I see is a Daedrith walking around as if being strung like a marionette, which is always fun. Oh, are you still injured? No, you're injured now. Okay. Who hurt you? Oh, he probably got shot by that trap. Oh, playing some World of Warcraft. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got some shoulder pain. I understand. I was just talking to some friends about how one of them was saying how he's recently gotten into playing some games at least with a lower DPI setting on their mouse, which is to say lower sensitivity on their mouse. Oh, they're not gonna fight. Okay, I guess I'm on my own. All right, fuck you guys. The whole you know, will provide assistance. I guess they did say they were gonna guard the flank, and I guess they are guarding my flank right now. Yeah, if we check, they're definitely guarding the rear. All right, good job, boys. You're doing a great job. Knights of the Thorn, all right. Thorn in everyone's ass. But yeah. Anyway, just to complete the thought, yeah, one of my friends was saying he's been taken to playing like some games with a lower DPI setting on his mouse, especially first-person shooters. Part of it is a strategery approach. The idea being that like the lower DPI for shooters means you're given a more fine-tuned level of granularity when it comes to aiming and lining up shots. As you know, when you have a higher sensitivity, you make quicker movements easier, whereas a lower sensitivity means you can like make more precise movements with your wrist, while your arms and your shoulders are making them more dramatic, and maybe not more dramatic, but the more wider reaching movements. And the idea behind it is that, well, the wrist is more likely to get tired quickly than the arm and the shoulder. You know, the wrist is fairly small, arm and shoulder is more muscle. So it's like if I'm swinging more of my arm or even my shoulder to, you know, to really move my cursor around to line up shots, and then I use my wrist for more precise movement. And that's kind of like the philosophy behind it. So I thought it was interesting, and I think that's probably something a lot of the pros do. You know, the first-person shooter, competitive scene folks probably do, and it helps to hopefully diminish back pain and that kind of stuff. Try to keep good posture. Yeah, it's just how it goes, man. Especially like you were saying, if you're doing some binging, if you're doing some power gaming sessions, yeah, it's discomfort can set in. It's just how it goes. I mean, usually I try to take breaks from time to time. I have a little dog whose name is Dexter, who's a good boy, but he's 14 years old and he needs a lot of potty breaks. So that is a good opportunity for me to stand up and stretch, that kind of thing. So that usually helps quite a bit. Post the streams on YouTube, Turtle. Yeah, it's something that's
to victory for the Knights of the Thorn.
Hello.
Oh, and you too, of course.
And for you too, of course. Yeah. Yeah, posting stuff to YouTube as well as Twitch. It takes a lot of time to coordinate, obviously, but it can be worthwhile. It's nice having like a kind of a backup, or like a not a backup,
Farwheel doesn't say it,
but a repository of things that you've streamed and content that you've made. So it can be helpful. Not a requirement, obviously, because again, it takes more time to keep up with, but it can be pretty nice, though. Be pretty nice, especially when it comes to looking back on the things you streamed. Oh, that sounds nice, Alexander. Maybe the kitty cat is able to tell that Alexander's not feeling so well, so kitty cat's gonna help the best way they know how. Do your worst. I worry this guy's gonna jump in front of me and I'm gonna smack him right in the back of the nuts. And I'll feel a little bad about it. At least, if nothing else, these guys are providing a helpful service, which is to say they're being some damage sponges, or at least some what's the word? Aggro sponges. So they're soaking up some of the aggro, so it's not all on me constantly. Because that is the one downside when you're out here solo, is that you're kind of it. So all the enemies will swarm you if given the chance. Given half the chance. So to make people smile, yeah, that's a good goal. That's a very good goal, Wisdom Turtle. It's a wise goal, what you would even say. See what's in here. Fluid motion. Resist paralysis. I mean, we've been getting a lot of paralysis. That is accurate. That is accurate. These freaking spider ladies, man, these things are not nice. It's annoying, but it's rarely catastrophic. Usually it's just like, well, that was shitty, but eh. You know, what can you do, right? He summoned a friend. He did summon a friend. I think I just smacked our buddy in the face. In the back of the face. Ouch. Alright, so now I can't get to you, Asses. Here, I can at least smack this thing. There we go. That guy just... Oh, I thought he got knocked upwards. There we go. I thought he, like, got juggled upwards. Like there was, like, an uppercut that just launched his ass in the air. Just want to make people smile. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's something that plenty of us have, you know, in the content creation space, I've heard people talk about. It's like, oh, you know, when it comes to goals with content creation, some people do have very lofty ambitions with pie in the sky, want to get that partner check mark, want to, you know, go full time, want to be the next Shroud or Dr. Lupo, that kind of thing. Like, you know, some people have very high ambitions, but of course it's very hard to make those dreams a reality. So trying to keep it realistic is, you know, easier said than done, obviously, but that can usually be the more the less stressful approach. You know, it's like if your goals are too high, then and not realistic enough, then they can be disappointing. Reality can sometimes be disappointing. Not always, but sometimes. Boop boop. All right, how you doing? You are mostly healed. I give you another heal. This is the lad we kind of do need to keep alive, probably, for the quest. What were you doing? What were you doing? It's like I'm talking to my dog. What's in your mouth? Drop it. Like he was chewing on something he shouldn't have been chewing on. Now I don't have to worry about the Dark Elf when it comes to these fire traps. Oh, here we go. Because Dark Elves have an innate, very good fire resistance. But the Imperial, not so much. What was that noise? You hear that shit? Yeah. Alright, so this is not good because we're all separated. Did you lose your shield? No, he's got a shield. Oh, I need to heal myself. I'm so, like, hyper focused on keeping them alive. And keep myself alive too, for that matter. See, that one lad got poisoned a little bit, but he'll be fine. He's a tough lad. Alright, so that one's out. Uh-oh. Firewall has been slain. Alright, let's reload then. If that's how it's gonna be, yeah, we gotta keep his ass alive. Hey, what's up, Adux? Have I played other Elder Scrolls games? I have. I've played, quite a bit of Morrowind. Admittedly, that is actually the only Elder Scrolls game I've played. I've only played Morrowind. And this game. Alright, I'm gonna maybe need to back up and try to heal the other lads. Oh god. Oh wow, that pulled me up really high. Alright, let's give you the... Oh, it was a little bit too late. Yeah, I couldn't get to him in time. I think I might have fucked up. I think I should have healed him first. I thought he was... Oh, yeah, he's at pretty full health, but I think he's getting swarmed by these things, dude. I was actually thinking he would be tougher than his buddy. Looks like his buddy is holding his own quite well, all things considered. Oh my god, I just want to heal. Holy shit. Holy shit, can I heal? Oh my god, I got stuck in this corner. I couldn't move. Holy crap. This is tough, man. I want to try to keep this guy alive if we can. Alright, so we get him healed up. I gotta, like, be especially focused on keeping this lad alive. If nothing else, I do have spell casting. If this is just not working, you know, if this is just not doable. But one of them just got killed, and he's... Actually can't see how much health you have, but you seem like you're okay. I think my agility must have gotten damaged again. I feel like my ability to withstand hits has gotten even worse very quickly. But yeah, look, he's got so much health now. Like, he's totally fine. So I think there was just unfortunate mobbing happening earlier. Anyway, yeah, so I've played a lot of Morrowind over the years, and Morrowind is actually one of my favorite games ever. Elder Scrolls games notwithstanding, it's just one of my favorite video games that I've ever played. And I've made mods for it. In fact, I will continue with more mods, or at least some updates to more mods. Whoops, wrong button. Fairly soon. I'm working off stream on making some updates to the mods that I have made for Morrowind. Based on some feedback that I've received from other players and other modders. It's kind of been on my list for actually a few years now. I'm a little bit embarrassed it's taking me so long, but there's been things that I've had on my to-do list for a long time that I want to get around to. And playing Oblivion has reminded me that I like this game, but my real love belongs with Morrowind especially. Okay, I guess I will not take them with me. Maybe it's for the best because I just took random spike damage. So yeah, I would say I will have more Morrowind in my future, absolutely, especially modded Morrowind playthroughs where it's specifically what I call Morrowind randomizer, using the mods that I made along with mods that other people have made to turn the game into kind of a randomizer of sorts. I play with like permadeath rules and things within and randomized win conditions, so to speak. So it's kind of a roguelike randomizer style Morrowind experience, which should be fun. Want the blanket, but I didn't want to disturb the kitty cat. That's right. Yeah, I've been in that situation. I don't have any cats myself, but my fiance has a few, and yeah, it's like I want to reposition, but I don't want to upset kitty cat. So it is a constant struggle. A good problem to have, as I'm fond of saying. But yeah, so I would say probably, I don't think this weekend, so not this weekend because I'll be doing, we'll be doing GeoGuessr this weekend, and I think next weekend we'll probably do some Phantasy Star Online with some friends, followed by other community games and such. So this weekend probably nothing crazy. With regards to, you know, Morrowind randomizer, and that gives me a bit more time to make more changes to the mods that I'm making. But maybe in a few weeks we'll start doing Morrowind randomizer on weekends. I would probably continue with this as my main weekday stream game for a while, but probably on weekends we would do Morrowind randomizer. Because yeah, like I said, it's like randomized win conditions and randomized starting location and randomized character stats, class, race, gender, vampire status, skills, attributes, like random everything. And then spawn tables for enemies are randomized and spawn tables for items are randomized. So as well as some mods that add new items into the foray. So yeah, basically just making it as randomized as possible. Also making the game a little bit faster, because the tricky thing about making a game that I love, like Morrowind, that is very slow. Morrowind's a very slow game in many ways. The tricky thing about... Uh-oh, where'd they go? Okay, you guys somehow got to the second floor? Wish I could tell them to stop, or to rest, by the way, or what am I trying to say? Get them to... Oh, here he is. Wish I could tell him to, like, to hold off and stay put. But yeah, let's get him healed up. Let's continue outside. I was actually hoping there'd be something up there for us, but it was just an item cache, nothing more. So let's go this way. But yeah, it's something I'm looking forward to getting back into, just because it was the main thing we streamed for a long time, but something I've been wanting to get back into. It's always tricky when you know, for the mods that I made for the Morrowind randomizer, I worked on the mods for like several months, and then I streamed it for several months. Like, it was my singular focus in my free time for a long time. It took a lot of time to make these mods, and I'm happy with them. but there were, like I said, feedback that I received that had valid criticism on things that could be improved. But I put on the back burner because I was like, man, I'm so burnt out. I want to do other stuff. Like, I just want to focus on the stuff. And I just kind of forgot about it. Like, in the back of my mind, I was like, I still want to go back to that at some point, but it was such a low priority. But now it's like, you know what? I should get around to it, honestly. But have a good night, Wisdom Turtle. Appreciate you stopping in, bud. And yeah, we'll see you around, dude. Should be a fun time, though. Like I said, it's these kinds of projects. They can have a lot to them. Can take a lot of work, but it is usually, more often than not, it's quite like relieving or fulfilling even when it comes to fruition and when it's done. So it'll be nice to get these updates pushed out and published to the mod site that I usually use, Nexus Mods. So that'll be nice. Can I sneak up on him? No, I cannot. Now with this man looking right at me. Wait. Bonk. There we go. Gotta say, for all of Farwill's pomp and circumstance, I've actually been more impressed with Bremen. This guy's been holding his own pretty well. I feel like he's like the more hearty of the two of them. One thing, he hasn't fallen once. What a homie. Got the blanket. That's good. Yeah, without disturbing him. It's very important, Onyx Sound. I gotta try to prioritize kitty cat comfort if possible. I totally understand. Top 3 favorite games. That is a very good question. Yowza, we're all on fire. Top 3 favorite games is tough for me because there's a number of games I like for like very different reasons. Morrowind is one of my top 10, and maybe all top 5. I don't know. I don't know if I would say Morrowind's in the top 3, but I would say my top 1 is probably, and I've said this before online. It's a game that is not. It's not a great game. I think it's a good game, but it's not a great game. It's Bomberman 64, and I like it so much. Not so much because I get these things to explode and not explode on these guys' faces. But again, I can't get them to stay still. They will follow me to the ends of the earth. Okay, well, it's just something we gotta deal with. It's like when the game crashes, that's one thing, but if OBS crashes, that's a deal breaker. Because we kind of need OBS to, you know, stream things. No, we're good though, we're good. But let's get back into it and see if we're able to, you know, make decent progress before it crashes again. Quickly, before the game explodes again. It's a race against time. Oh, boy. But anyway, yeah, so Adex had asked me what are some of my favorite games of all time, and I was saying Bomberman 64 is one of my favorite games of all time. Not because it's an amazing game, but I think it's a good game, but it means a lot to me specifically because it is a very nostalgic game. It was one of the first games that I really got into that at the time was... oh, we just looped around, by the way. At the time, it was, and still today, is not like a classic, amazing game. I think it's a very good one, but unlike Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time, you know, games that everybody knows and loves, Bomberman 64 was like a game that I really loved. That was more of a niche kind of game with a more limited audience. And I liked how it portrayed the world. I liked the music and the visual, like the aesthetic that it went for, floating islands and surreal landscapes. I just like a lot of what the game did, even though I acknowledge its flaws as well. But I would say that is like relative to other games that I've played and like, you know, relative to their expected impact, I would say Bomberman 64 is like really special in that regard. Alan Wake. Oh, really? That's awesome, Check. Alan Wake, yeah. No, I've watched people play the game. I haven't watched much of it because I want to play it myself. But yeah, I've heard it is incredible, and I think is there a remake that came out recently, or maybe it's in progress. But I feel like I've heard about some kind of remake or remastering of sorts. And maybe there's a new entry in the series, because yeah, there was a sequel. There was a spin-off, I think. There was like American Nightmare or something. So, yeah, I've heard very good things. Very, very good things about the... Whoa, don't want to hit you, dude. about that series, about the first one especially. Bonk. Where'd his buddy go? I fear that he fell off the edge. Yep, he fell in the lava, didn't he? God damn it. Oh, that guy fell in the lava as well. I'm gonna reload the save, but I want to see where this guy went. As I suspect he fell in the lava somewhere. Yeah, well, anyway, I can't find him. Let's reload the save. Trying to keep him alive, dude. Oh, it's on Epic Games Store. Okay, yeah. I was gonna see. I think I've heard some tidbits about it, which is awesome. What are your thoughts on the remake? If it's a remake, not a remaster, like a true remake. Because yeah, as somebody who's never played any of the games in the series, I was figuring I would start with the original, but maybe I should start with the remake instead. It's a remaster. Okay, so yeah, so if it's a remaster, then it sounds like it should be pretty reasonable then. But some remakes are like, ooh, sometimes it's very invasive. Yeah, and the terminology, right, yeah. Remaster as opposed to, you know, taking the game and spiffing it up and not, like, building it back from scratch. Trying to keep these two assholes alive is an exercise in futility sometimes. Or as some people say, an exercise in fertility. Yeah, modern textures. Just make it look nicer, yeah, which is nice. Are they working on a new one, though, Check? Again, maybe I'm getting my wires crossed, but I thought I heard they're working on a true Alan Wake 2. Because American Nightmare was a spin-off. And I get the impression that that one was received well, for sure. But a lot of people were hoping for like a proper sequel. Next year? Awesome. That's awesome, though, dude. That'll be great. I'm excited for you. And like I said, for me to try it, too. But excited that, that it's something you're really excited for. Fun to have something fun to look forward to, something meaningful. But as far as other games, though, yeah, on the topic of other favorite games, or at least things that I would consider my top 3, I would say number 2. Oh, don't go in the lava. He fucking fell in the lava instantly. Jesus Christ. Can you fucking believe this nerd? What's the first thing he did? He positioned himself immediately behind the Storm Eternach at the edge of the bridge so he could instantly get knocked off. Don't swim in the lava challenge. Challenge rating at level impossible. You fucking kidding me? But anyway, yeah, so I would say number 2 would probably be Diablo 2, as far as Alex's favorite games ever. Diablo 2 is probably one of the games I've played the most in my life, just number of hours played. There have never been any points in time where I've played it constantly, but it's a game I've come back to many times over the years. So, you know, you play for 20, 30 hours for over the course of maybe a month or two, and then 6 months, maybe a year later, I do the same thing, play for another 20, 30 hours. So just over time, you just acquire a lot of game time with the game. So that's kind of how my time with Diablo 2 happened. And it was one of the first multiplayer centric games, at least, that I really got into back in the day, playing with strangers online, making new friends and immersing myself, not so much in the late game stuff. I never really got into that, but just doing mild grinding, the cow level runs, that kind of shit. Don't fucking chase them in the lava, you idiots. It is impossible keeping these assholes alive. Whoa! And now I'm joining them in the lava. Yes, now we're all fucked. We're all fucked. I mean, I could maybe try to swindle them up this way, but yeah, they're both fucking dead. Jesus fucking Christ. These assholes are impossible. Fucking impossible to keep alive. Hurting a bunch of cats that are magnetized to lava pools. What's up, Gundam guy? Where are we? So we are in, let me think about this. These are the Knights of the Thorn, so this is the Shaden Hall. Oblivion Gate. That's where we be right now. And then Gundam guy says ellipses. Did I say something dumb, Gundam guy? Or are you just disappointed in my lack of gamer skills? What's up, Fabled? Want to give the golem a hug? Yeah, that's what it is. They just wanted to give him a nice hug. Did this asshole just instantly jump off the lava? Yep. Yep, he sure did. I didn't even see it happen, but it looked like he just sprinted off the edge. Good fucking shit, dude. I wish so much I could just tell them, like, stay put and don't follow me. Because this bridge is a death trap for them. What if I do this? What if I, like, walk back over here? Get them to stay right here. This happened earlier where they stayed behind during a fight. What if I just like sprint over here as fast as I can go and try to lose them? Nope. Okay, well, we'll just have to go little by little, onesie-twosie on this and try to take care of bad guys before they are unable to resist the impossible urge to just suicide themselves into lava like a bunch of idiots. Where you fall down and bleed to death. I don't think these Atronox are gonna bleed anytime soon. That guy beat the shit out of me, by the way. Look how much health I don't have. Oof. So maybe this is the strat. Maybe I just need to soak up all of the aggro, because the second an enemy trains their sights on these lads, they turn into the biggest dumbasses ever and just suicide themselves into the lava. In fact, specifically, I'm worried about these archers, because they like to go over next to the edges, and I think the AI tries to swarm them, like tries to encircle them. So when an AI is next to the edge, and the AI, oh, look at that, yep. Oh, well, they're not dead yet. But yeah, it's like when the AI tries to, you know, get around an enemy that is next to the edge of a lava pool, it means they just jump into the lava. Oh my god, they lived. They just, I guess, teleported up here, but I'll take it. Jesus, that was so obnoxious. What an awful... I gotta say, I am not liking this Oblivion Gate. Between the fact that it keeps crashing my game and or computer at times, and the fact that the AI struggles as much as it does, it is miserable. My lava bed, that's right, Fabled, he just couldn't resist the siren call. Keep the enemies at the middle of the gate. I mean, maybe the problem is I just shouldn't be doing melee, because yeah, when you close the gap, of course, the problem is that the archer lads are the ones backing up, and I think those were the ones that were causing us the most problems. Is that these guys want to go melee with the archer dudes, and in the process, get murdered along the way. So I should probably be less inclined. Actually, I'll keep the Daedric arrow, but yeah, I should probably be less inclined to go for melee. Even though I've mentioned before that the reason I'm doing so much melee is because our destruction is you know, fully leveled already, so we don't have anything to gain by doing more destruction. Repair my stuff as well as I can be, although I'm running low on hammers. Getting that armor skill up though. They're going to die. Well, the quest, you know, wants me to try to keep them alive, so I'm trying to keep them alive. Just trying to be a good questy boy. But anyway, so we were talking about favorite games, you know, of all time, and how, yeah, I would be inclined to say that, there we go. But yeah, probably Diablo 2 would be number 2 on the list. Like I said, I never really got into the late game stuff. Like, I know people that they go for like level 100 characters, or they do the, what's it called, where you do the rift. Oh no, I'm thinking of Diablo 3, the rift keys. There are like super high level things you can do in Diablo 2 that where you like grind out, you know, I guess Bale runs is what comes to mind, like grinding out Bale runs for the best gear. There's something like rift keys in like higher level uber bosses in Diablo 2. There's something like that, but I've never done them and I have no interest in doing them, so I actually don't know what they entail necessarily. So like, you know, my experience with the game is relatively limited in the grand scheme of things. But still, yeah, it was a game that I ate up quite a bit back in the day, and it's nice to come back to. Although I haven't played it in, I guess, a year or two, pretty much ever since a lot of the unsavory things about Blizzard has come to light, I've kind of been less inclined to play any Blizzard games or give them any of my money. Or, you know, stream them, because, you know, when you're streaming something, you are more or less at least implicitly endorsing them. So it's like, this kind of feels gross every time. But otherwise, though, you know, all that notwithstanding, it's still a game that means a lot to me. But then number 3, what would number 3 be? I would probably say number 3 would probably be Ocarina of Time. You know, as much as I like to pick games that are maybe a little bit off the beaten path, Diablo 2 isn't that off the beaten path, obviously. It's pretty mainstream, but yeah, probably Ocarina of Time would be number 3. Just because I love the game, but I also love my memories with the game. Me and my brother, who is 1 year older than me, so needless to say, we are, you know, we're very close. My brother and I taking turns playing it, trying to figure out how to solve dungeons, and kind of growing up with the game, so to speak. You know, like, we would come back to it from time to time, find new things to appreciate about it, make new theories about what the next game could do, that kind of thing. And like, just the way we kind of like bonded over our shared love of the game and like playing it together. Single player game, obviously, so the idea of playing a single player game cooperatively was something that was like a very formative experience for me as getting into gaming. So, and of course the game itself is great. The dungeons are great. The music is fun. The like side characters are memorable. And it was my first Zelda game, so of course it was going to be special. So yeah, I would say those are probably the top 3 as far as my top 3 games of all time. And that was a very long-winded answer, but it's like, I also like to give context for, you know, why certain games mean as much as they do. Oh, he summoned. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you could summon Dremora. Well, that's not true. I knew you could summon them, but I didn't realize they could summon their own Dremora. That our inventory is full up, but there's a lot of shit I don't need to be carrying right now, so let's drop some things. Like Restore Fatigue. A shitty Restore Fatigue potion. Perfect. Alright, who needs healing? You both need healing, so I'll start with you first. Got my torch out. Bloop. Okay, so we've got actually, I think this both leads to the same general place. Oh, hold on. Can I be sneaky? I was gonna say, these guys they're gonna crash the party, man. They're gonna harsh my vibe. I was gonna be all sneaky snake. And they said, huzzah, and rushed him openly. I'll take that Magicka potion, I'll take these, and I'm gonna start dropping these hearts, because I don't need 12 of these fuckers. This is ridiculous. Getting absurd, dude. Who needs healing? Actually, you're alright, but I'll give you the heals. Boop. Earlier, Adux had asked me, they had asked me if I had played other Elder Scrolls games, and of course I was talking about Morrowind earlier. I always love talking Morrowind, but the other thing is that they'd also asked me how I like Oblivion so far. And I'm still overall enjoying myself, although I will confess I think there might be a small part of me that is kind of looking forward to it being done. It's not going to be done for a while. It's a very long game, obviously. But I think the tech problems are starting to kind of get to me a little bit. I think like it is impacting my ability to like relax playing the game. As I'm starting to think more about like when the game crashes next, will it take my computer down with it? Will it take OBS down like we had earlier? Also drain strength, that's lame. Oh, you know what? They're gonna need assistance. I'm gonna cast a feather spell real quick. So, I'm still enjoying myself, but yeah, I think there's maybe a small part of my brain that's like starting to feel a little bit fatigued by the game a little bit. I don't know what the game, it's not called feather. I've got a few feather spells, I think. Ease burden, that should work. I can move. Start with this lad because he might have summoned at least one of these things. Damaging my personality, rude. You come back here, you motherfucker. Oh my god. Alright, they hit me with burden now. Light and load. Now I can move. So they've damaged my, or they drained my strength and they burdened me, which is rude. That guy was not gonna go down without a fight. God dang. Now, somehow he never got hurt, which is shocking to me. Somehow he never got damaged. This guy got the shit kicked out of him, but homie over here was like, nah, I don't mind. It's fine. I see my chat is frozen. Let me save real quick and Alt-Tab. That happens because as I'm scrolling, sometimes the chat window gets stuck. And I have to manually move my mouse over to unstuck it. So that's a mild frustration. I was just saying how we've had a lot of tech problems with this game. He has 2 hearts, or had 2 hearts. We've had a lot of tech problems with this game. That's just an inconvenience when it keeps freezing the chat page. But yeah, between that and also the issue that a lot of people have pointed out about this game with the level scaling being as aggressive as it is, it means that encounters are usually like very, very tanky and just take a long time, and they start to feel like a bit of a chore because there's a lot of enemies you have to deal with on a regular basis. So it just starts to feel like a bit much after a bit. I'm gonna do a quick save. Oh, that was kind of cool. That guy's face didn't quite load in correctly, so it was just this darkened face. Shadow face. But yeah, I feel like the combat of this game and the way it plays is probably becoming my least favorite aspect of the game. Much like how in Morrowind, my least favorite part of Morrowind was the combat, so... Oh, okay, so it looks like one homie just got by the Daedrith. Of course, we did just save. Oof. They're kicking the shit out of the dudes, but they're ignoring me. Well, except for this other lad. I'll take this guy out. Aha! It's so dark. There we go. Yeah, so Farwell's still doing okay, but yeah, this other dude got the shit kicked out of him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this guy was squishier than I thought he was, but for a while there, he was holding his own pretty well. But yeah, he got sadly. So Fortify Speechcraft. That's actually a pretty good amulet. We'll take that. And then Riverview Key. I think that's just the key to their spot, their clubhouse, their cool kids clubhouse. It's a shame too, because this guy was like the voice of reason with a bunch of dudes that are not always reasonable. Yeah, I really like the quests in this game. Like, there's things that I really enjoy about it, but there are some aspects that are starting to feel more and more like chores from time to time. Like, I'm still enjoying myself, and I have still every intention of playing all the way through the DLC, multiple DLCs, I guess expansion packs, really. Finishing the guild quests and, of course, the main quest. You know, I still want to give it the full experience, but I will confess, I think my enthusiasm maybe has dipped a bit. Just now that we're getting into, like, what kind of the late game experience starts to feel like. This early on, I found it to be quite compelling. But that was, I think, before the level scaling started to get a little bit weird. We got another extra crispy corpse, rather, that is missing its hands. I don't know why that's a thing with a lot of corpse bodies. They always lose their hands first. He's still smiling, though, so I guess that's something. Also, there's no, like, physical aspect of this thing. You can't, there's nothing you can loot, obviously. And you can't, like, grab and move them around. It's a shame they were right in front of a health potion, too. Blood fountain. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What's behind door number 1 here? So, second floor to the Chaos Stronghold, or maybe third floor. So we are, of course, ascending. Citadel door. And a big dude. Hello, big dude. My agility's being drained. Right, they fucked my personality earlier. It's a shame that the disarm, or the knock them down special move is walk backwards and swing, because as you're walking backwards, you're walking away from them. So it's like it's harder to hit them with it because you're exiting the effective range. I want to do the knockdown special move more often, but getting it to land is tricky sometimes. Yeah, Knights of the Thorn. That's right, Knights of the Thorn. And in fact, he would be the only remaining member. This person right here. So they are nearly extinct now. And I don't know, man. Maybe we'd be better off without them because they are a thorn in everyone's side. I'm gonna do this the more or less comprehensive way. Although I say that. Cast Stronghold, cast Stronghold. Because there's another door we passed earlier. Knights of the... Well, I don't actually know. I don't know what Thawnies means, but I know you mean... I know what you're referring to, that they're a pain in the ass. So if Thawnies means something, it has gone over my head, unfortunately. You'll never take me down. Over encumbered? Did something just damage my strength again? Oh, I think my strength is like damaged. Okay, well he took care of him. All right, what happened here? Not drained, yeah, but damaged. Well, shit. All right, well we do have ways to fix this, thankfully. Personality. Sadly, I can't do anything about personality. We've yet to find a restore personality spell. But strength, I can deal with strength. Oh, phonies. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what thonies means, but yeah, phonies. Yeah, I mean we kind of quickly ascertained pretty early on that these guys were gonna be full of shit. Because like nobody wanted to talk to us about them in Shadenhold, and except for the guards, and the guards just laughed about them. It's like, oh my god, those fucking posers, are you kidding me? So I kind of had a feeling that their backstory was gonna be uninteresting, but I was just surprised that we could never, there was no like quests involving them, that there was seemingly nothing that was going to involve them from the outset at least. But now that we're getting into the main quest portions, now we can see that yes, there are opportunities to party with them, and now that we're into it, I can see that they are full of shit. Can't say I'm surprised. Alright, so yeah, let's go up then. We've explored all the side paths that I wanted to. It's a shame because these Oblivion Gate areas are kind of a pain in the ass to navigate sometimes, but... Oh shit. Where did you go? Did you just teleport or something? Oh, yeah, he's right here. Oh my fucking god. Okay, so he just... I don't know what happened. He lost half of his health. He teleported elsewhere, lost half of his health. And then teleported back. So I don't know what this fucking dude was doing, but he apparently picked a fight and then quickly regretted it. Well, he's dumb as hell. He probably didn't regret anything. He probably felt no remorse over putting himself in mortal danger. We were here earlier, but apparently more lads have decided to enter the fray. They must have been in the little outskirts, the outside areas. Oh yeah, you would run away, punk ass bitch. Dude, careful. Careful with that trap, Eugene. My god, this pussy's running away from me.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
There we go. This guy he got hurt pretty bad. Oh, what the hell? That was weird. The heel went right through him. Like trying to heal horses all over again, when it just goes through him. Potion of grounding. Yeah, so I think there were more guys pouring out from the central areas. Boop. An Order of Knights, yeah, an Order of Knights where they sit around and get themselves all hyped up over stories that didn't happen and fabricated tales of grandeur. So I think, yeah, this is where the dudes were previously. I decided to chase him down. Yeah, this is like the equivalent of those... I feel like everybody had at least that one friend in like high school or middle school that just made up tales of grandeur all the time. And at first you think to yourself like, oh, well, you know, that sounds a little, you know, a little bit, you know, spectacular, a little bit larger than life, but maybe there's some aspect of truth to it. And then after a while, you just start to kind of doubt everything they say. It's like, all right, I don't know if I can take this person seriously anymore. Like we've all had some experience like this. But this is that personified, I suppose. Gundam Guy says it's me. Oh no, were you that friend in high school, Gundam Guy? I mean, we've all bullshitted, you know. We've all been guilty of it to some degree. We've all been guilty of bullshitting. Lord knows I have. Ooh, there we go. We got the knockdown. But again, it's hard getting it sometimes. You have to be backing up while you're doing it. I wish the input was a little bit cleaner than having to like back away from an enemy in order to knock them down. You get a heal. And you get a heal. And you get a Daedric Warhammer. Look at this motherfucker. Full, well, not full, but pretty full Daedric gear. It's pretty fancy. Any other treasure caches? This is allegedly where the good stuff is. Historically, this is where the good stuff has been, at least. Let's see what we got here. Some pretty good stuff. Of course, once again. Actually, I'm gonna do some repairs real quick. That poor Savior's hide keeps getting got real good. Okay. Is there anything else? No, not in here. Talking about strange bugs. Oh, that's not too weird. I meant like people like just making up stories, like making up stories of them doing amazing things, or just larger than life stories that turned out to be bullshit. Like that's more what I was getting at. Not like just talking about nerdy stuff. I mean, yeah, talking about nerdy stuff is something I do all the time, obviously, but it's this, and maybe what I'm describing is maybe not universal, but when I was a kid, when I was in high school and middle school, probably more middle school, I befriended some people, like a kind of a group of friends, and there was a few people in this circle of friends that kind of over time acquired what's the word? We'll just call it a reputation of like fabricating details of stories to you know, to make themselves look or seem more cooler, or to make the stories seem more larger than life. Like it, I think there's things you could deconstruct from that kind of thing, from that phenomenon where it's like, oh, maybe the person was like, they felt their life was boring, so they felt they had to spiff it up to make up for the fact that, you know, real life is sometimes disappointing, that kind of thing. So I don't know, but it was high school, it's middle school, right? Like that's just how it is. I don't hold it against these people, and most of them have grown up, most of them. So, you know, we all did dumb, cringy shit when we were kids. So I don't hold it against anybody. That's right, she goes to another school in Canada. You would have never heard of the town she's in, I promised. The gate is nowhere to be found. Whoa, and you see that Daedrith getting stretched into infinity, which is always fun. I almost wish I could reload the save one more time, but our last save was right before that dude died, so that was a while ago. But yeah, seeing their textures getting stretched out is always fun.
We made it! I mean, victory is ours once again. Huzzah! It's a shame that Bremen didn't make it, though. He was a good knight. You've
Literally everybody
well.
but this motherfucker.
I wouldn't have expected such bravery from someone who isn't a Knight of the Thorn. Now that this battle between good and evil has been won, and the day is ours, you should go speak with my father. He will reward you greatly for escorting me home and closing the Oblivion Gate. Since you have led us to victory, I am hereby giving you the honorary title of a Knight of the Thorn.
Oh boy.
Your name shall be revered, and your deeds placed into song to be performed by the greatest bards for generations to come. Congratulations.
Now, to be clear, there's no one. This is the only member of this knighthood remaining. So I don't know where he's gonna find the people to sing the songs to and tell the tales to, but sure.
As a Knight of the Thorn, you are now expected to carry this symbol of your knighthood. Carry it proudly and wear it well.
So it gives another medallion. And actually, that is kind of useful because it does up the ante with, what's it called? With speechcraft, or personality, I think, which is nice.
No more will the gate threaten the good people of Cheydinhal. The Knights of the Thorn have triumphed once more.
I thought it was going to give us one more huzzah.
Make sure you address the Count properly.
Make sure you address the Count properly. I just walk up to him and, like, dab. And then, like, take a shit on his throne or something. I don't know. What's up, dude?
I have to patrol the area, but you should hurry to Castle Cheydinhal. The Count doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Playing Pokemon back in the day? That's awesome. Like trading Pokemon back and forth. That's really cool, bud. That's really cool too. Yeah, just those formative memories, especially like with siblings or with friends playing those older games, man. Yeah, it hits a lot of us in different ways, and I love it. It's so fun.
Perhaps this journey with you has taught him a lesson. Only time will tell.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
It's a shame so many of the knights fell. I suppose their intentions were good, even if they were a bit self-serving.
Of course, Farwell especially, leading all these dudes to their death just to prove a point.
It's a great
try to prove a
relief
point.
that the gate is gone. Now the people of Cheydinhal can breathe easier. This day will be remembered.
Will be remembered. And out of curiosity, we go into the Night Hall now, of which we are
I'm here to relieve
gloriously welcomed. And oh gosh, are there like, are you members now, or are they like?
Good. I'm hungry.
Like, what is this? What is all this?
Closing the Oblivion Gate. You've made my job much easier and safer. Thanks. If you're looking for Ominous, he's resting in the Knight's Lodge over there.
Oh, okay, they're just resting here then. Okay, I was like, oh god, don't tell me they've joined this knighthood. Dude, please don't get wrapped up in this nonsense. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, that's right, we've already explored here, and there was nothing here that was interesting. I was like, don't tell me they've got new members already. Hoping this thing would just kind of, you know, sputter out and die. As being a relic of the past. Yeah, they turned into a guard's barracks. Yeah, I'm sure Farwell will love that.
If you want to buy a horse, go.
Okay, I saw this person just standing out here.
Since that gate appeared, the city guards have been on alert. I hope they can protect us.
Whenever I see a person just standing in the middle of a road like this, especially with a weapon equipped, it's like, alright, what's their story? That concludes the gate. The Oblivion Gate outside of Cheydinhal. I'm going to sell some things, because I have many things on my person. So we're going to sell some stuff, and then we're going to go to Count, turn in the quest, and then we'll probably head... I think we'll actually head to Anvil and do the quest that involves sleeping in our mansion that we bought.
Rife Lathandas seems to be back in town. Wonder where he was off to.
Because we are... Well, it's been long enough since our previous level. I think we can do that again.
Goods and the lowest prices in all
of Cyrodiil.
More than I would usually pay.
So let's see, what do we get here? Anything cool? Resist disease. I don't think I'm gonna need this. Night Eye is fine. Normal weapons. Yeah, that one's too expensive to sell right now. No, we didn't do it last time. I wanted to do it last time, but then my computer crashed and we couldn't bring it back, sadly. So I didn't get a chance to do it last time. Just Frost. Wait, so I have 2 Night Eye rings, apparently. I don't think I need double Night Eye. That's a little silly. It's just Night Eye himself. 51 versus 63. I guess I'll sell this one. Don't really know if there's much of a difference, honestly. Circlet of Incompetence. What's up, Farside? Yeah, exactly. Yes, this one. Yeah, Circlet of Incompetence. Voices are quiet. Yeah, it's frustrating, Gundam guy. I don't know what to do about it. The voices are maxed out as far as they can go. And I keep lowering the music lower and lower and lower, and it's never low enough, it seems, because I think the music is drowning it out. The problem is the mixing and the voices is inconsistent. Like some voices are just teensy tiny, and others are like booming loud. So I don't know what to do about it. I could lower the music more, but if I lower it too low, then people will start complaining. Alex, I can't hear the music. It's like, I know, that's the point. It's all shitty. Let's see, shock shield. It's pretty expensive for shock shield, only 10%, but I guess I'll hang on to it. It could come in useful. Found some greaves. Actually, fortify fatigue versus resist paralysis. This is better defense. So that is a hard bargain. I think actually, I think I might go for these. So let's sell our old ones. Sell our old pants that we're currently wearing. We're wearing these pants. We can only keep one of these, or only wear one of them, rather. So keep that. Shield of 15%. I think we have a better series of shields, don't we? 12%. I thought I had one more. We have Aegis. Oh, it's what I'm wearing, actually. 18. Yes, I'm going to sell the 12% one, then.
That's a fair deal.
Because I could wear the 15 and the 18, but not the 12 and the 18. I would just do the 15 instead. Hyper Eye. Okay. Still got these things, obviously. Alright, got a lot of potions to sell. Well, not a ton. Medallion of Incompetence. Well, yeah, the fucking Knights of the Thorn were the incompetent lads, so yes. Yeah, it says fortify personality. What it doesn't say is that it diminishes intelligence, apparently. Bolsters ego, but diminishes intelligence. It's a dangerous combination.
An excellent bargain.
An excellent bargain. Sell that one. Keep these. Those are some handmade, homemade potions that I made that I'm proud of. Got a lot of these absorption potions that I'm probably not going to need all of. I guess I'll hang on to them for now. Strong healing. I guess I'll keep 5. That's probably fine. Invisibility, that's fine. Sorcery is 10. Sell these weak potions. These weaklings. So all these bad boys. All these. All these. Lots of things, man. Lots of things. I think that was pretty much it then, wasn't it? Well, we did find some new scrolls as well. The speechcraft. Yeah, him being able to talk his way out of situations really helped with that Oblivion Gate, didn't it? What a Chad. What an absolute Chad. Yeah, maybe that was the idea. It's like if our armor is shiny and we talk really tough, like maybe that's enough to carry us. Fake it till you make it, as we say. Maybe that was the philosophy behind it. It's alcohol. Yeah. Raise ego and confidence, but diminish intelligence. And what would be the attribute that like dictates keeping your balance and being able to like, stand upright and do things? I guess agility, maybe. Nimbleness. Brain alteration.
A fine transaction.
Yeah, a lot of these we have no need for. We have much better fireball spells ourselves. Invisibility is good, but we don't need water walking, water breathing. Yeah, drain agility then. Exactly. Ridiculous. Soul Trap, Sever Magicka. No, that's not going to be helpful for us. Soul Trap. But Hard Lock, we have innate spells for those kinds of things. We're fine there. And with that, oh, sell these as well.
That's more than I would usually pay.
More than I would usually pay.
That's.
I'll sell these 3 as well.
That seems a fair.
Got some nuggets at the end. Right, do you have any repair armor hammers? You do. I will take 5 of them. 6 of them. I appreciate your business. I appreciate your face. D&D character, nice. A bard rogue. Because I hate fighting. Yeah, I would rather just try to diplomacy or just, yeah, role play my way out of certain situations. And that's valid, honestly. A very good DM 9 times out of 10 will provide at least sometimes means of like non-combat resolutions to certain encounters. Sometimes, you know, if you're fighting the big baddie and fight's gonna happen, then the fight is gonna happen, you know. Sometimes it's inevitable, but a good DM will give you options. Because I mean, I enjoy the combat in D&D, but yeah, it is honestly, I think, much more challenging and sometimes quite interesting playing a character that has very little combat expertise and is more about yeah, more about personality, more about role playing, is because it very much changes the dynamic of the game. Sounds like the amulet we just got would be helpful for your character gunman guy to help with getting using that shimmering personality to get out of dodge.
I'm pleased to finally meet the savior of Cheydinhal. I'm also overjoyed that you saved my son's life. I realize he's trying at times, and he speaks before he thinks.
And he's kind of a prick.
He's still my son, and I adore him greatly. I'm sure he was difficult to travel with, and I respect your patience. Most would have given him up for dead, rather than deal with his ego.
Believe me, I tried.
Anyway,
I tried to leave him for dead.
I'm sure you wish to
We witnessed him
your
take
reward.
multiple lava
I'm in
baths.
possession of 2 fine weapons. They're both heirlooms of the Indaris family, held in the castle for several generations.
2 fine weapons.
I'd take great pleasure in bestowing one of them upon you. Please, choose the Thorn Blade or the Staff of Indaris.
So we get a choice. That's kind of nice. I'll take the blade.
The Thorn Blade it is. Again, I thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Cheydinhal, and I especially thank you as an elated father. Farewell.
I can't wait to
and
turn
may
around. I can't wait to look at the
Arcade
sword, be like, eh, and then turn around and sell it to the town people.
I will not forget your service to me and to Cheydinhal. Rescuing my son from the Oblivion Gate was a daring feat. With the Oblivion Gate closed, I can now gladly send aid to Bruma.
There we go. Another one knocked out for the Bruma
My
lads.
soldiers are brave and capable. They
Lads
will
and ladies.
do their duty. Even though he may be a bit misguided, I'm still proud to call him my son. I think if you had the chance to speak to any of the knights, they were happy to follow Farwill into battle.
Even
I'll
to
be
their
having
death.
A very long talk with my impetuous son. I don't blame him directly for their deaths, but he must learn to do things the proper way. He must realize he'll be ruling Cheydinhal one day. That's a responsibility I aim to make him ready for.
No pressure. God, that's gonna be a weird time, man, when Cheydinhal gets into this lad's reigns. Not him, but his son's reigns, and hopefully by then he'll have cooled down a bit and grown up a little bit, maybe. Alright, let's see what this sword is. Thorn Blade. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Disintegrate armor. That's the thing, though. Disintegrate armor. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell it. Disintegrate armor is nice when well, it's not nice. It's useful. It's useful for bad guys. Oh, look at us, by the way, walking around with no pants. Forgot to put on my new greaves. Boop. Look at that. It's actually more finely tuned with our appearance. You know, more what's the word I'm looking for? Just more aesthetic, more put together. But yeah, when it comes to this particular enchantment, I'm sure it looks cool. It looks pretty badass, actually. Yeah, look, that looks sick. Looks really cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna sell it because it's nice, I guess. But yeah. It looks really dope, though. Yeah, the problem is the disintegrate armor. It's like, it's useful for when a bad guy has it, because when we get hit with disintegrate armor, it sucks. Like, it's miserable because we have to repair it. If you disintegrate a bad guy's armor, who cares? They're gonna die, and then you're gonna leave their stuff. So, it feels like a waste of an enchantment for the player character to have. So, no spanking on that one. Mr. Jet Dive, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, so we'll definitely sell that one. I need to. You see, I'm over my limit. I think what we will do is we will probably make a pit stop at a few places. I'll probably stop by. Let's see what we don't need. Think about this. I could use. Yeah, I could stand to fence a few things. Silver nuggets and what. I could stand to fence a few things. At let me think about this. Would it be the guy in Bruma? Yeah, it'd be the guy in Bruma. So we'd stop by there, and then maybe swing by the Imperial City to sell a few more things, like the sword we just got. I think that would be most goodliest. But otherwise, yeah, but I'm looking for things I can drop, and I think I could actually probably drop a bunch of things, actually. I'm gonna keep the Deep Scorn Hollow one just because that's for a quest we haven't done yet, I don't think. But we did... Let's see. We did knock out this one, so I can drop that. Some other, like, scrolls things I can drop that are of significant weight. Not a ton. I'll drop a single void salt. Bloop. And then a single healing potion. Okay, one more. And now I can move. Blump. Just throwing it all down. Just littering in front of the count, no less. Okay. That does it for Chaden Hall, though. For the time being, at least. Until other quests bring us back to this wild place. This wild and strange place. Yeah, let's go ahead and warp right over to Bruma. So I can fence some stolen goods. As far as places remaining on our Allies for Bruma quest, there's not a ton left, actually. There's still Skingrod, which we'll probably do... We'll probably do Skingrod last. Because we still need to do Leyawind. I've never been to Leyawind. In fact, we might even go there tonight. If all goes according to plan. And the game doesn't crash on us and kill the stream like it has done a few times now. Hoping that it'll be on its best behavior. Wizard says, hell yeah, Leyawind. Good to see you, Wizard. Yeah, it's the last new town we have not been to. Like, there's plenty of areas we haven't been to in the game, but as far as, like, major cities in the game, it's the last one we've yet to visit. Which means it'll be the last Fighters Guild, Mages Guild location. And presumably there'll be other, side quests and things to explore. So, that is exciting. I know, Dave, I shouldn't be tempting fate, right? It's good to see you, by the way, Dave. By the way, I see, yeah, we got Dave and JD. I hope you guys are both excited. Because it sounds like probably not this weekend, but maybe sometime next weekend, we can get back into some PSO degeneracy. I haven't really been playing it a whole lot, but I have been doing, like, the dailies. Most days. Sometimes I miss it, but I try to at least log in once a day so I can get the daily cosmetic thing. And then I try to, when I think to, I also try to do, like, the daily quests to get whatever trinkets and rewards they give. So I've been trying to at least keep up with that much, but which has been fun. I'm trying to find where this guy is. He's probably back at this other tavern. Haven't touched since our last session. I mean, you're probably not missing much, honestly. They're doing some cool seasonal things, which is nice, but it is not at all a requirement. Oh, Summoner Jet Dive, nice. Whoa, he's throwing plates. How are you? I'm gonna interrupt your conversation. Can we get on with this?
Yeah, my favorite customer.
My favorite customer. Got a fox friend. Oh, that's fun, JD. And also, I loved the redesign you did of your character when we played last time to look very much like your V2 model. I thought that was incredible. So that's been really fun. Yeah, so yeah, Phantasy Star Online. Yeah, so because we've been playing through all of the Phantasy Star Online games since about a year ago, actually. We started in, I think, July of last year. So yeah, we started with PSO1, the original. We played the PC port, and that was a really fun one to kind of trounce through. That was my first opportunity to play the game in a few years at least. But that was fun to play through again. And then we did Phantasy Star Universe, and that was a good one. That we did Phantasy Star Online 2, the base, like the original PSO2, and then PSO2 New Genesis, what we're on right now. So yeah, we've been powering through the Phantasy Star Online multiverse, and it's been a fun one. I would say New Genesis I like. I think 2 is probably my favorite. Like PSO2, the base game, is still my favorite. I like New Genesis, but it is very much an MMO, for better or for worse. So some people love MMOs. I tend to be pretty picky when it comes to MMOs, but playing it with friends is good. I wouldn't really have the patience for it single player, like solo, but it's a nice distraction with the homies. And you got the doggy, JD. That's so exciting. But I love the pictures that you shared. The pictures that you shared and kind of the behind the scenes posts that you share with us. So we got the doggy. Boots the dog. That's so fun. Weeboo nonsense with flashing. Yep, that flashy effects. That is it. And a very, we'll just say, generous character creation tool, and also like a lot of fashion options. So if you want to see hundreds of player characters that all look completely different with varying dimensions of like just a wide variety of character dimensions and proportions that sometimes don't make any sense, but like the creativity of the player base is truly spectacular. It is to be embraced and maybe even feared at times. All right, so we sold a couple things. Let's head to the Imperial City. There's one guy in particular who has the deepest pockets. It's 1200. Yeah, well, the nice thing is that at least for when I was putzing with it, it didn't take long to reach that threshold, kind of by accident. It does feel very gamey though, which is the one downside. It feels, as my friend Corey would say, it feels very much like a video game. Like I know how these things go, how these games typically go. That yes, there will be power level. Oh, I guess it's closed. Oh, not this place. We're going this one. There will be power level gates that you need to pass through. You know, defeat this boss or clear this area to unlock the next didgeridoo, what have you. So, like, I understand that aspect of it, but it is so explicitly drawn out in this game. It removes any illusion of like, oh no, it's part of this living and breathing world. No, the game's just like, no, it's a video game. Just fucking get the numbers. Get the numbers and you'll make all the friends in the world.
Whatever you need, I'm at your service.
A video game that feels like a video game. Yeah, it's a video game that is making no attempts at seeming to be like what's the phrase I'm looking? Like no obfuscation about what it's doing behind the scenes, or about how the cadence of the game is supposed to play. You know, if it is all just here is your power rating, get the power rating to this level to get the next quest. It feels like there's not much magic to it. It's like very mechanical, for better or for worse. Let's sell these 2 daggers. Get our mercantile up, absolutely. And then Thorn Blade, which we can't get any better deal out of, but that's fine. Just get it out of here. Get it out of my sight. Was there anything else that I was wanting to sell but couldn't afford? Or they couldn't afford, rather. Final Fantasy 14, right, yeah. That's the thing, because, yeah, Dave has been playing some very good stuff, because apparently Final Fantasy 14 is amazing. I'm almost half tempted to try it out at some point. I'm a little bit afraid of Final Fantasy 14, because I'm worried it'll really suck me in. So I'm afraid. I'm afraid of getting sucked. I'm afraid it'll really suck me. But Alex is afraid of getting sucked. Tell a friend. Dave says, join us. We have cat girls. I mean, there's some cat girls in PSO New Genesis, but there's a catgill race in Final Fantasy 14, so it's a whole another thing. Yeah, I've heard it's amazing. I've heard it's amazing that it's like an exemplary detail example of what an MMO really should be, where you have the raid content, you have the massively multiplayer aspect of it, but then you have a lot for people that want to just play solo and just hang out. So yeah, I totally get it. I think I might just sell this ring, by the way, just because we never use it, and we don't really deal with bad guys that have normal weapons too often. Well, that's not true. I guess some of them have unenchanted weapons, but still, I'm tempted to just not keep that around much longer. Anything else I want to sell? I don't think so, actually. Nope, I think we're all set.
Thank you for your patronage.
For your patronage. And also, just as a Final Fantasy game, it's good. That's interesting too, because I've been pretty out of the loop with Final Fantasy for years. I mean, let me think about this. The only Final Fantasy games I've played is that I've played 95% of Final Fantasy VI twice, but I've never beaten it. I've gotten up to just for the final boss, saved the game, put it down, and forgot about it, and, you know, lost the save file because it was on an emulator or something. Oh, Jesus. Where the hell did you come from? Oh, I lost my weapon because I unequipped it earlier. There we go. Look at this. They're all swarming this motherfucker. Oh, is she looting his corpse? I sure hope she is. She got shot in the hip, I think by a guard.
Renee Gionette.
I think she got hit by some crossfire.
Has a court commission to compose a symphony.
A symphony.
It's so sad. Salomon was to compose a symphony for Uriel Septim, to be performed for the whole city in the arena.
It's actually hoping that'd be a side quest, which is a good Final Fantasy game. So yes, I've never beaten Final Fantasy VI, but I've played that one, and I also played, not Crystal Chronicles. There was a game on the Wii, actually, hold on. Maybe it was Crystal Chronicles. It was the one that was like an adventure game. It was more of a Zelda game than it was a Final Fantasy game. It was still fun, but was not what I was expecting when I got into it. But it was still a fun one. And that's it. Yeah, I've never played 7. I've never played 10, or let me think about this. I guess 13. Yeah, I think no 12. I think 12 and 13 were both like received pretty well. Quick heals because she got fucked up a little bit.
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
And I think we've seen this guy before. Athram. At 200 gold in this person. Yulin Athram. So he was a Mythic Dawn member.
It's you. Talk is free. What do you want?
Got shot by arrows a whole bunch.
You're talking to Algot the Northerner.
The Northerner.
Guess you've got nothing better to do.
He is very pale. Like I'm one to talk, right?
I'm here because I'm a loafer, and the city's an easy place for a loafer to get by. I do odd jobs, a little adventuring, build up a little pile.
A loafer. That means he exclusively eats loaves of bread. JD says it will suck you in. It's really good, yeah. And there's Heaven's Sword. Yeah, they keep adding new expansions. They keep, like, expanding the game. Like, it's remarkable. It's been really impressive seeing from afar what that game has done. Like, it's really impressive, given how it had a rocky start, but really redeemed itself. There's the Pixel remasters, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of games I want to play through. I mean, I want to play through. I want to beat 6. That's probably the next JRPG I would play on stream. It'll probably be Final Fantasy 6. But yeah, I want to play through 4. I've heard 4 is like super underrated and very good. I want to play 10. I want to play, like, I don't know if I want to play all of them, but I want to definitely play a bunch of them for sure.
I'm a musician. I had a commission from the Emperor to compose a symphony. But now, with the Emperor dead, everything is at 6s and 7s.
Never heard that phrase. Everything is at 6s and 7s.
Soon the Elder Council must choose a new Emperor, and then I suppose they'll sort out my commission. Until then, I just have to keep on working. Bye.
I'm Jer. I'm a dip. A pickpocket.
I'm a dip?
But
Oh, a
relax,
pickpocket.
you're safe from me.
You look like you might take offense. Too risky.
I'm a dip. I've never heard that phrase before. Yeah, he's obviously a Thieves Guild homie.
You have to watch out for pickpockets.
That's we're in the Thieves Guild, obviously.
You'd be surprised how many waterfronters earn a good income that way.
That's why we have all these things about talking about Hieronymus Lex and paying off fines and bounties, etc., etc. But yeah, this lad, I think we've seen him around before. Yulin Athram. Let's see if he has a house nearby. We have his key, so I could legally bust into his place and steal his shit. Although he probably wouldn't have a house in the market specifically. He'd be in one of the further out spots, I'm pretty sure. Let's kind of poke around a little bit. But yeah, we've been here before, a few times even, since the Mythic Dawn situation has evolved, and we are still finding new people that either have secretly been converted all this whole time, or recently have been converted and have taken to attacking us openly in sight. Although it was kind of fun how, like, the guards, you know, started to attack them, obviously, but more importantly, the city townsfolk swarmed him with punches and fucking him up too. That was kind of fun too. It's the way that they just like splattered this motherfucker in tandem. Like, there he is, get him, and just fucking swarmed him. That was very fun. So if we can find this lad's house, but yeah, it's hard to say where he will be. A lot of times though, you'll find some about this Yules. I think that's, oh, I think his first name is Yules, never mind. But yeah, usually if you find where the person was living, you know, before they decided to take up a life of culty bullshit, you'll see like signs that, yeah, that something was amiss. Like you'll see obvious evidence that they were up to some no good. These three bros.
Uncle Ineal got us good jobs gardening. We're
Gardening.
Very grateful.
Main store with a new expansion. Not sure what the next one will entail. That sounds about right.
Uncle Ineal says. Lay off the atheist bastards, he says. So we lay off.
Whenever I see like three bros all traveling in tandem, I think side quest maybe.
I'm a Syntav, and we Syntavs stick together. Uncle Ineal got us swell jobs in a house. It's a family thing.
That's awfully nice.
I'm Baron. Castus, Vontan, and me, we take care of gardens and trees and grass. Hard work, but it pays. If
It ain't
we
much,
work
but
hard,
it's honest
Uncle
work.
Ineal says he'll set us up in business together. Maybe a little fruit orchard, or maybe tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Captain Lex blames the Grey Fox for stealing the tax collection. He wants a bounty put on the Grey Fox, but the Legion commander has refused. Bye.
Let's say one thing. I know Gundam Guy asked us if we could raise... Well, can't raise that anymore, but we'll lower music more. See if that maybe helps with the volume issue with the peeps.
What is it, citizen?
I was gonna also poke around this particular area. There's a particular area on the map that was still hidden from view. Yeah, this little gray spot right up here. Irene Metric, fan of the metric system, heir to the metric system, heir to their fortune, I suppose. The metric family fortune, measured exclusively in units of grams, obviously, grams and kilograms. And make some breakfast, this guy, because it is early in the morning. That's right.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm listening. I figure since we have his key, here he is. Here's his house. So he was apparently like a pretty nobleman then, if he had a house here, because I think these are like the rich people houses. So this super rich nobleman dude decided to get caught up in the Mythic Dawn cult. Now this still might technically be considered trespassing. Also, I need to get my face repaired. My face got a little bit damaged. Bounty is still 0 though. So I'm gonna resist the urge to, steal everything that's not nailed down. Although I will steal things that are valuable because, you know, Thieves Guild, they'll be very happy about that. I'll take the repair hammers, thank you. So I'll try to go fast. We got the basement. Explore as well. If there's anything super incriminating, it probably won't be on the ground floor, but it'll be locked away either in the basement or in his bedroom. And it's not like there's much to be done about the incriminating evidence, it's just interesting flavor text. Also, this motherfucker has like such a bountiful dinner table just available at all times. Like, this dude is clearly wealthy. This guy comes from money. And yet, he still took up with a life of culty bullshit. With multiple entry points to his basement. I'll take the lockpick. Any cool books? Anything that can teach me more about the world and or more about how to do skills correctly? Okay, let's go upstairs. There's multiple upstairs entrances. I think they all lead to the same place, though. The private quarters. Oh, Jesus, he has a wife. Oh, gosh. How do I break it to her that her husband is dead?
I think you should leave. Dralora Athram. I came here with Yulin 15 years ago. Best thing we ever did.
Oh, man. How do I tell her? I think you should leave. Yes, let's talk about my family.
Morrowind is still living in the Second Era. I can't believe how they treat Khajiit and Argonians. Here we are Imperial citizens, nothing less.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Did you hear that someone broke into an Imperial Legion post and stole the taxes they collected from the waterfront?
Can't imagine such a thing being done. Alright, so it's probably not in their basement then. Not in their bedroom, rather. But it might be in their basement. Or it could be in his study above the top floor, above the bedrooms. I'm just looking for evidence that this guy was up to no good. Actually, knowing me, we might have already been here, because if there's an entrance from the sewers, we would have absolutely come up here before. So it's possible we've already seen things that maybe we weren't supposed to have seen early on, and then forgot about, obviously. That's definitely a possibility. Oh, yes. Sure, no one's following me. Look at this door. I guess door frame with no door on it. And no door on the hinges. So nothing like overly suspicious yet. Oh Jesus, she is following me. Oh God. Jump scared me, lady. Get out of here, she says. All right, I'll take my leave. So yeah, sure enough, couldn't find any evidence that the dude was up to some bullshit, but he, you know, attempted to murder us over it. So whatever is going on, I'm guessing it's in that top floor study then. So, but I don't want to be putzing around while she's still in there. Well, let's try for it. You think she'd be out and about by now, but I think she'd rather be chilling. Maybe she's got a work from home gig. Well, anyways, that was kind of a waste of time, but oh well. Yeah, I think the next thing we're gonna do is go back to Anvil. As soon as I remember how to navigate the map, go back to Anvil, and then do that quest that involves sleeping inside of our cool new mansion. Guess we got that quest a while ago, but we had to level, I want to say 2 streams ago for another side quest. I think it was actually for the Dark Brotherhood's. Well, no, it wasn't Dark Brotherhood. It was for the Mage's Guild quest, where we had to sleep in that inn, because that forces you to sleep, which means forces a level. Oh, he wants money.
Please be generous, kind sir.
Here you go, kind sir.
I feel sorry for Norbert Lels. He's a good man, but he gets taken in so easily.
Norbert Lels. I don't know if I know that name.
Thank you, kind sir.
Fine, sir.
Blessings of Standar.
I think Dexter Dog might want to go out soon. I can hear him stirring behind me. Making little doggy noises. Little like... Because he was sleeping earlier, but now he's like, I can hear him yawning, I can hear him like kind of moving around. So it's like, oh, I bet he wants to do stuff. And it's awfully dark and spooky in here. So I grab my torch. And we're ready to roll. So let's go to the, I guess, like the top floor bedroom. Here we go. We'll close the door. We'll be real cozy. I think this would be considered the master bedroom. And we'll sleep for 1 hour. A little 7:16 p.m. hour-long nap. Oh, you don't want to talk, you want to fight. I see how it is. Whoop. I cast Fireball and the game crashes. Excuse me. And then I sneeze. Yeah, sorry, the game got weird and then I sneezed. It didn't kill my webcam this time, so that's nice. And the game did not crash. Okay, I thought the game was gonna crash. I thought about it. Let's find some ghosts. Some ghostly ghosts. Do the fireball thing again. These guys aren't particularly susceptible to fire, but it's good AoE. Good way to fuck them all up in quick succession. We're killing the Benirus family. Killing the ghosts at least. Can you knock down ghosts? I'm guessing probably not. Whoa, they can knock me down though. Damn. All right. It's haunted. I was awakened by ghosts. What the fuck? As I woke, I thought I heard a crash from downstairs. Well, we know exactly that there's something going on downstairs. Also, they did not force a level like I thought they would. I guess technically our sleep was interrupted, so that's probably why. Like, I think it did pass time. Yeah, it did pass the time, but it wasn't like a true rest. So there was a crash downstairs. We had already seen that mysterious thingy in the basement. So, oh, but there was this, I think. This was the thing that happened. And a hand, skeletal hand, was inside of that vase. We saw at least one other vase like it previously. It says scrap from Lorgren's diary. It doesn't look like a diary. Oh, this is the diary. Okay, I was like, that looks like a piece of cheese, like part of a cheese wheel. No, that's the lid. This is the diary entry. Skeletal hand next to a page from a diary. So things are getting weird now. A secret room in the house that only a true-blooded Benirus can open. Gotta talk to Velwyn. Yeah, exactly. Where the fuck is he gone? People of Anvil are worms, criticizing what they don't understand. I'll have my vengeance, it says. Use the souls of the departed to prolong my own life. The tome is specific. I need more bodies. Protect myself from these meddlers, he says. How dare they interfere? Constructed a room in the basement of this manor. It is there I will inter my corporeal self, and I will transcend this plane of existence. So yes, there it is. True-blooded Benirus. If I fail, however unlikely that may be, a descendant may attempt to follow in my footsteps to carry on the true way. Make sure our secret is safe. Harness the spirits of those whose bodies I've defiled to forever. Yep, oh boy. It's getting weird, alright. The fools think I don't hear them speaking. They're rumors and innuendo. They intend to meddle, he says. Calling me an old fool. The young dare each other to step 1 foot in my yard. How dare they enter my lawn? You damn kids, get off my lawn or I'll turn you into skeletons. I have become the stuff of old wives' tales and campfire stories. They dismiss me as an oddity, but soon they will see. When all of Anvil lies in waste around me, when their corpses litter the streets and their blood dampens the earth, only then will my true power be known and feared, says this Lorgren person. Well, goddamn. I will take the skeleton hand. The skeletal hand. So it begs the question then of like, are there more vases like this? And also like, what caused it to fall over? I wonder if it was just like, if the ghosts, as they were fucking around, if that was something they just did. Doing ghostly things. More enemies nearby? Oh, yeah, more enemies nearby. Well, goddamn. So they're just gonna keep spawning more ghost friends, methinks. It's not family ghosts, it's just manor ghosts. It's ghosts that are inside the manor. A little bit cray-cray, just a smidge bit. Oh, what the heck? So I can't knock you guys down, but you can knock me down. Whoa! Keep knocking me on my ass like this. Rude. Whoa! It's probably one of their melee attacks that I'm guessing, because they wouldn't have any... Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a spell that knocks that, like, maybe there's a knockback spell effect I just haven't seen yet. Because I don't see it as being a melee attack. It seems like it's something they're casting. So they'll just keep spawning more friends, probably, from time to time. Oh, more have respawned already? Goddamn. There's one here, yep. So we need to talk to the dude. I'm gonna see if there's any other things here. I kind of want to check the basement, too, to see if that door entryway thing looks different at all. I'm a little bit surprised that when we first found that door, the player character, there was no opportunity for any comments to be made about it. It looked awfully weird, but we couldn't interact with it, and there was no, like, general entry or anything that said, like, this is weird. So... nothing to acknowledge its oddity. It was just a thing that we just... the player character, I guess, didn't feel was noteworthy. So yeah, no other signs of things have broken or other vases and whatnot. Yeah, let's check the basement, just because I am very curious. Can knock them down. Well, that's the thing. You can knock down a lot of things, but I guess some enemies are immune to that knockback special attack, which is a shame because I like it when it works, infrequent as it is. It's probably based on the target's agility and your strength. You know, it's probably an opposed die roll. Unsurprisingly, there's ghosts down here. Yep, can't say I'm surprised. So this is still here. Ghosts are here as well. And yeah, we can't do anything with it. It's still a sealed portal. Now, of course, this tickles my Eternal Darkness senses a little bit. A mysterious manor that has been, you know, maybe neglected in some ways, at least in some ways. That has family secrets and forbidden enchantments and things that maybe certain family members wish that they could make go away, you know, things that skeletons in the closet or in the vases, whoa, that are an inconvenient thing to have to deal with. That one's out of there. So yeah, there's nothing for them getting knocked out. Yes, they don't have like a fallen down animation or coding to support it, like in other NPCs do, obviously. Yeah, because when they die, they don't ragdoll. They just turn into a little blob of sippy juice. They turn into Capri Sun. The Capri Sun teenagers from those commercials. So I guess any enemy that ragdolls can be knocked down then, but... whoa. These guys are an exception. Bloop. Give me all the juice, all the ghost juice, so I can slurp it up. I'm making a ghost smoothie. It's the wrong way. So I also have turn undead. Or dismiss undead, I suppose. You guys have quite a lot of health too, god dang. If I would have done this quest like a lot earlier in the game, I probably would have gotten my shit kicked. Because these guys are very tanky. It's not a ton of damage, but they just have a lot of health. God damn. Right, so anyway, that confirms our suspicion that yes, this is still here and we can't do anything with it yet. Let's talk around town and see what other people think about this whole deal. Because yes, they were saying that yes, they heard shrieking in the night as they passed by this house, this manor from time to time. So there's been some drama with this place for a while. Or some, maybe not drama, but some intrigue. People suspicious that they would ever be able to... He'd ever be successful in selling the damn place. Boop. Skeletal hand, that's right. Cannot equip this item. I don't wish to equip it, I wish to eat it.
Please be generous, kind sir.
Here you go, bud.
Thank you, kind sir.
And now let's talk
I
rumors.
swear that when I passed by Bender's
Yeah, that's the
manor
one.
last night, I heard someone scream from inside. Velo and Benris will never sell that death trap.
Gotta sell that fucking place. Speaking of which, where is this
I'm
lad?
not sure where he went, but I would ask at the Count's Arms. If anyone knows where he is, it would be someone there.
Enough for me.
Blessings of Arcade upon me.
Count's Arms. Specifically, would be further this way, I think. Abandoned house. Can I get into that one? Is that another hiding spot for the Dark Brotherhood? I wonder. Thanks. I think I will stop by that place real quick, unless I've already looked at it. Knowing me, I probably have already looked there. Gundam Overwatch. That's right. The one you were, because I know you were playing it when it was in early access. Not too long ago, Mr. JD. I'm just gonna swoosh in here. Getting good at it too. Awesome, man. Hell yeah. Because yeah, you were telling me how you had you'd played it a bit when it was in early access, and you were enjoying it. That it was good, but like it's at the time it still had some work being done on it. But I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. Here's a stranger.
What? I'm not sure where he went, but I would ask at the Count's Arms.
So we see this guy sometimes around Anvil. We see him in the... He likes to hang out in the castle. He likes to hang out here, apparently, in this abandoned place.
I am the stranger. That is all you need to know. That, and I am no one to be trifled with.
And no other things can be known about him. He offers nothing, and he speaks nothing. And there's nothing innately, like, suspicious about this place that he's in, but yeah, just very weird how he lives in this abandoned house, has no name, and offers no information about himself. Very strange. Very suspicious. He'll be... Yeah, I figure that he's part of a quest that we have yet to embark on for now. Anyways, this the place? This is the place. Who are some of your favorite characters to play as, Gundam, or JD? Mr. Jet Dive. Either favorite characters or favorite classes of Gundam.
Oh, hello, dear friend. Let me just say once more how...
Yeah, she just wants to talk about the crystal ball. She doesn't want to, like, actually talk. She just wants to say nice things and then be done with it.
You are the toast of Anvil, my friend. It may be only a temporary respite, but everyone feels better with that gate closed.
Respite, I like that word. It's a good word.
Buildings here look different. Why? This is the Gold Coast style. Like in Hammerfell. Eastern towns look gray and dull to me.
Well, in that case, if Elder Scrolls 6 does take place in Hammerfell, like some have alluded, then I'd be down because I like the style quite a lot.
As soon as you bought the place, he pretty much up and left. I hear tell he's making his way to the Imperial City.
That's where we're going next.
Goodbye.
Actually, we were just in the Imperial City, so how appropriate, I would say. Find why it's haunted, and I need to talk to the dude. So we're thinking Imperial City. The Oven Gardens we warp. Season pass. Oh, excellent. Melee unit. Oh, interesting. Okay. So yeah, more of a melee style normally. That's awesome, man. Because Overwatch doesn't have a lot of... That's a good point. I guess there are some characters that have some melee components to them, obviously. I think of the guy with the hammer and the big shield. But I guess he's more defense than he is melee. Like melee offense. He obviously has melee and has some ranged abilities. I think in the 2-hour total playtime I have with Overwatch. But yeah, it's hard to say. Actually, maybe I won't talk to you. But that's awesome. That's awesome that, like, yeah, it's a true melee character that you're really enjoying that particular one. Favorite unit is a range type. Yeah, I got you. So Barbatos. Okay, yeah, 0 range, and that's the one you prefer. That is very fitting given the style of mech you have for with your Voodoo model, with part of your lore, the punchy robot.
I like the ladies. It's been my weakness, but now I've got Ramana. I stay away from the flesh pots.
Flesh pots. What a flattering word. What a flattering word to use.
He just arrived in town recently. I believe he's staying at the King and Queen Tavern.
Sounds like we've got our marching orders. Let's go find his ass. Let's go find his ass and spank it thoroughly. Actually, while I'm in Elven Guards, no, I think it's the Talos district. Yeah, actually, I think I will take a quick... Actually, hold on. Was it here? Because we walked from here to... Oh, no. I think this is... Yeah. It was Talos District. I think I'm going to stop by there real quick again to see if that lady's still in that dude's house. I'm still so curious. I still want to check out the top areas. See if I can find evidence of this one dude being a cult-dwelling dingleberry doofus. Barbatos uses a giant mace. That's dope. What Gundam series would that be from, specifically? Not that it would be... Not like I would have, you know, much to know about, obviously, because I'm kind of a scrub when it comes to knowing Gundam lore. Given that I've only seen a few series, but I've liked the ones that I've seen. So interesting, yeah, she sleeps most of the day, apparently. We're sure she's not a secret vampire? So I'll be sneaky. Going into his study. Here we go. And a katana. That's awesome. Iron-blooded orphans. I've never even heard of about that one before. So here we go. Multiple copies of Mythic Dawn buffoonery. No surprise there. And that's it. Okay, I was hoping for maybe... You know, some dead bodies, maybe some blood splatters, some rambled writings, but nah, just some satanic books, some ale, and some apples. Yeah. I showed him. I mean, he's dead, but now I showed him even more. Look at us, we're being so smart. We haven't woken her up this time. Was there anything else in the basement? We got chased out last time, but now I can... dawdle a little bit longer. Yeah, this is that time where I like looked up and there was like a shadow standing right here. I was like, wait a goddamn second. There's a person standing over me right now. Yeah, there's nothing down here. The only really interesting thing was the books the dude had in his study. That was truly it. Unicorn. Yeah, I remember you telling me about Unicorn. Burning Gundam? Burning Gundam. Is that from... I feel like I should know that one. That's not from G Gundam, is it? And out of the house. That's right. Yeah, I know JD. I've seen your posts on Twitter. And of course, prepping for doggy times, which has been very exciting. So I'm going to get my personality restored at some point. So gotta go back to the Elven Gardens. King and Queen Tavern. Just stick with what was shown in the show. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, trying to stay on point thematically. It was G Gundam. It is the G Gundam. Now, we all know that the G stands for gamer, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Right up here. Excellent. That's awesome. Yeah, I was thinking that sounded familiar, but I thought his name was Shining Gundam or something. I couldn't remember the name, but yes. Remember the burning hands, burning fingers, something like that, or golden fingers? I can't remember. It's been a while. Look how he saw us and he was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Later, nerds. And look at, he's got a sword too. He's ready to fight.
I'm surprised to see you all the way out here in the Imperial City.
It's like, I'm trying to track your ass down, man. You kidding me? So he's called God Gundam in Japanese. That's actually dope. I kind of love that, honestly. Shining Gundam gets upgraded. Oh, I got you. So yeah, that makes sense. So burning is the top tier. So yeah, if that can get unlocked or added to the game, that'd be incredible. Yeah, then he gets the God Gundam. That's sick. That's so badass.
So, you think I'm responsible? I suppose you're right, as the manor used to belong to my grandfather, Lorgren Benerus. I knew there was a curse on that place, which is why I sold it to you so cheap. I suppose I should have warned you, but I had to get out of Anvil. My family said I could move here to the Imperial City once all our loose ends were tied down. The manor was one of those loose ends. I fear my own greed got the better of my judgment. I hope you weren't hurt badly in that horrible place.
I hope you were only hurt a little bit, though.
I assumed you'd be able to lift the curse and be done with it.
Well, let's talk about that curse then. Ooh, really? Jet dive. That'd be pretty sick, dude.
Lorgren Benerus was a strange old man.
Like this, you mean that's like featured in the game or something?
Magic. He was mostly harmless until the fateful day he came across a tome bearing the
Does he have to add that to the game? That'd be sick.
Necromancy. He became obsessed and decided that by using necromancy, he could prolong his own life. The dark arts contained in the tome called for him to dig up the recently deceased in the nearby crypts under the cathedral.
That explains the writings we saw.
When it was discovered that he did this, the Mages Guild called for a quick meeting to decide what to do. It only took minutes to decide. Led by a young upstart named Carahil, the Mages Guild stormed Benerus Manor and slew Lorgren. However, amid the chaos, his body vanished. Because of this, the people of Anvil concluded the manor must be cursed. You are the first person to set foot inside in a long time.
We've seen evidence of this. It's pretty poorly maintained. Oh, so it's not featured in game. Okay, it's just a still from the series. I gotcha. That's cool.
According to the diary entry, it seems that I'm the only one who can open the secret door in the manor. And I can't help feeling slightly guilty selling you the place.
Slightly guilty.
I'll meet you in Anvil at the Count's Arms. From there, we'll try to lift the curse together.
I thought for sure he was like gonna be like, we'd have to drag him kicking and screaming. So the fact that he's agreeing to this is surprising.
So the Anvil break-ins were an inside job? The Fighters Guild took care of it? Good work. I'll see you in Anvil.
All right, to Anvil we go. Just warping back and forth. This guy's sleeping behind his desk. God dang, man. I admire his dedication. He's in there right now, I guess. Or, well, he's in somewhere. Let us warp. Well, this fast traveling. Thank goodness for the fast traveling. Having to run back and forth would get old real quick. Oh, that'll be fun. Big tournament October 1st. Yo, that's awesome. But I'm nerve-sighted. I've never heard that phrase, JD, but I can very much recognize and appreciate it. That is exciting, buddy. That'll be awesome, man. Got a fun weekend planned. That's right, dude. That's right. That'll be good. October 1st, so it's coming up quick, dude. Have you been playing to like buff up your skills? Buff up the skills and beef them up, I suppose. Get them athletics, that's right. So yeah, that'll be really fun, bud. Because yeah, there's that new game that dropped on Steam. Well, I guess it's a few months old at this point, but yeah, on Steam, that Yu-Gi-Oh game dropped, and I remember you were saying that you've been really enjoying it. He was in the Count's arms. Ready as I'll ever be, he says. I'm gonna do a quick save, and I'm gonna take a brief BRB so I can take the doggy outside.
Clever, B.
Sure are, aren't you?
I was half expecting you not to show up. Are you ready to go to the manor?
Slay some ghosts. Now, will this guy survive the experience, I wonder, because there's a lot of ghosts, and there's only one me. I don't know how well I can protect him, but I'll do my best.
Then let's get this over with. I don't relish the thought of spending too long inside of the manor. Follow me.
Now, I've yet to play the newest Luigi's Mansion game, but I know there's a co-op aspect of Luigi's Mansion 3, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that this is the basic maybe plot or at least gameplay loop that the newest Luigi's Mansion game holds. I've played 1 and 2 and I love them both. Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2 are incredible games, but I'm just gonna blindly assume with no other input that this is how 3 is gonna go. Right down to using swords and people dying, presumably. He said to follow him. Homeboy, it would have been quicker if we could have just met me at the manor, dude. Like, met me on the front door, but whatever. And of course, this game is one of those cases where if I sprint, I'll go past him, and if I walk, I'm too slow. You have to kind of like, boop, 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 boop. You have to alternate. Even on the outside, you can see the vines on the outside are overgrown. Of course, the brick wall out back has collapsed, and there's a part of it out here that's also crapped out. All the windows are broken, the shutters are askew. Everything is thoroughly hecked in this accursed place. We have arrived. Proceed cautiously to the basement. That's a good point too, yeah. The only way we can win this quest is if we at least keep this lad alive long enough.
You lead from here. Hopefully we can make it to the basement without too much fighting.
Yeah, to the basement specifically. Now I hear battle music, so they are aware of us. Can't say I'm surprised. I'll have to not use my fireball spells, because my fireball spells will kill everything and everyone around us, including the buddy we wish to keep alive. And apparently I'm knocking them backwards. Yo, Whale, what's up, bud? Thank you very much, Mr. Whale. How you doing, dude? 38 months. Good lord. Whoa! Do you like how my homie over here has not even so much as raised his sword? Earlier he was like, I hope we won't have to do too much fighting. What he meant is, I will do 0 fighting. Although honestly, this is kind of how I prefer the escort quests in this game go, because I feel like half the time, at least half the time, the NPCs will get in your way and will like get in front of your attacks and just cause general mayhem. Whale, thank you, my man. Let's see if Mr. Whale is still here. We have battle music. That's too bad because let's go to the basement. So, to the basement we venture. It's good to see the Whale. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you're playing some good games. Hope you're able to play some good games and not stuck in work mode forever. A good chamomile, some good tea. This quest. Oh, did you have some glitches with this quest, Mr. Whale? So I don't think I've had glitches yet. But, we've had glitches with other things in this game. We've had a lot of problems with this game functioning properly and having it sometimes kill my computer or kill Windows. Earlier it killed OBS. We had to restart the stream. It didn't crash Windows, but it caused OBS to stop responding, which never happens. So this one's a special case. These fucking ghosts, by the way, goddamn. But thankfully they're ignoring me completely. I guess because I'm the owner of this fine establishment. So they think I'm more interesting, and I am. Pull off yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Hurt your back. Oh man, I hope you're able to. You know, properly rest up and get healed up. That was yesterday. Okay, yesterday was Tuesday. Yeah. How you feeling today then? Today and then into tomorrow, I suppose. Well, I guess in our time zone it is already Thursday, but I mean, what I mean is Thursday. That is. Oh Jesus! Now he has been hurt, but he refuses to draw his blade, which I guess I'm okay with, but I almost worry if there's something that requires his action. I hope he's gonna be able to do the thing. Not too bad. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it's doing alright, because yeah, that back stuff, man. Back stuff is scary, because that can cause lasting problems for folks. One thing that occurs to me, have we leveled up our blade skill in a while? I feel like I've been using my blade a lot, and it's leveled up once. Okay. And then this whole stream. Yeah, you got fucked up a little bit there, so I'm gonna hit you with one of these. He got hit by something and refused to draw arms. Or take up arms. He refused to take up arms against ghosts. He's detect life. Or really, we're not detecting life because these are ghosts. We're detecting unlife. Beyond life. Okay, this one died on top of this treasure chest. It's a contingent of them down below. Look at this, they're drinking the booze. Drinking all of our cheap wine. So rude. I wonder, am I better to do the quick attacks? Maybe? It's like such pitiful damage, but I guess it is stun locking him, kinda, sorta. There we go. Blade skill increased, there it is. Right, so, cleared the path. Now this is the part where you do something, bud. We've arrived at the secret door. He's gonna get sucked into the portal. Okay, what do you think? Lead on. Can we lift the curse?
I hope that whatever's behind the door will truly lift the curse. I'd hate to risk harm for nothing. I'll be glad to get this over with and get back to the Imperial City. As soon as this opens, I'm leaving.
Okay, just let him do his thing for a minute and he gets it open. It stops the ghost from attacking. And then he ran off? Okay, he's about to run off, I guess. So whatever's beyond here is something he does not want to fuck with. Ooh. Well, maybe I can kind of see why. Alright, well. We know after this he's going to go back to the Imperial City. Well, something tells me this is going to be unpleasant, but let's see what's going on, bud. What's up, Dapip? Yeah, we're exploring a pretty rough scene, though, it would seem. Now, the ghosts have, you know, stopped their attack, at least for the time being. Tools, tongs, pickaxes, knives. Look at this very elaborate tome. Oh my god, the Fortnite song, Jesus. Man, that was a hot meme. What was it? A year and a half ago, maybe? Been a minute. There's nothing interesting in here, but yes, this book though, Tome of Unlife. Are those like bones? Like, or they don't tell me they're teeth. Oh my god, they might be, because there's like little blood splatters. Jesus, that's morbid. Ugh. Well, that's fucking weird shit, obviously. I mean, we've seen this emblem before of the hand, the skull with the hands like that. It's like a necromancer emblem. But I guess these are some kind of runes smeared in blood. It's 2 pages, that's it. Take it with us. This guy was talking about how his, in the journal entry we read about this lad, he was talking about how, yes, his power was going to allow him to defy death and all these other things. I suspect this is his corpse. Yep. So, I guess maybe he, like, sacrificed himself on the altar, on this altar, and, you know, performed some incantation to allow himself to come back after death. What quest is this? Yeah, the Benerus Mansion. Haunted house. Yeah, we had, Venim, or Venrun, what, the younger Benerus lad. He helped us get in here, but then he ran off before, you know, before we could investigate this further. I wonder if there's more journal entries, because yes, we read that he had been scheming specifically to dig up dead bodies and use the remains of the bodies he finds to power this curse, or this thing that he wanted to create, this necromancy power he wanted to utilize to, I don't know, he had some kind of grievance against the town. So, like, there's something about the town of Anvil that he, like, personally held against. He like, some kind of personal grievance he had. And then he wanted to, like, you know, flatten the town and fucking murder everybody. So this dude had some shit he was dealing with, alright. Got some good rings, some cool gems. Well, if you don't mind me asking, I know you said that when you played this game way back in the day that this quest specifically had some weird glitches for you. Was there a part where it was unwilling to let you proceed further or something? Like it prevented you from making progress? The one you buy, yeah, the one you can buy in Anvil for like 5,000 gold, and it's like a super rundown mansion. And at first there's nothing obvious. Oh, I can't interact with this. Oh, there we go.
And I desire the chance to atone for my sins.
Oh, so he wants restoration.
The people of Anvil, the horrible, unspeakable acts I've committed, demand repentance. Garrail was justified. Slaying me was the only way to stop the madness. I have accepted that fate. Now, so I may make my final peace with the Nine, please rejoin my hand to my body. Only then, when I am complete, will this eternal nightmare end.
I'm surprised. Apparently, yeah, he has remorse for the things that he did. I thought he would still be spiteful. A vengeful ghost. Oh, it just freaked out. Oh, that's such a mad. That's such a mad. Yeah. Yeah, freaked me. Oh, freaked you out. I misread. I thought you said this quest freaked out when I first played it, which is to say, I thought you meant that it like glitched the game or something. So yes, that was the lad, Lorgren Benerus. Touch a skeleton while I carry the bone hand to put an end to the madness, which we did find earlier. It was in the vase. Well, if he wants restitution, then we shall provide it. Aw, man.
You've assisted me in completing the very son to them all those years ago. My ascension to immortality. Last time I clashed with mortals, I underestimated their power. I shall not repeat that mistake twice.
So here we go.
I live again.
Ouch. He lights my house on fire. So, he's a lich, and he's a pretty strong lich. He's got a lot of health, and he's causing me quite a lot of damage. Ouch, he hurts. Damn, son. Oh, he silenced me mid-cast. Well, that's rude. I'll just wait it out, then. As I was casting my heals. Now, of course, we have spells we can cast, too, so we don't have to be going all melee. Sounds to me again, that's fine. We do have healing spells if need be. That was a pretty clever trick. He was like, yes, I'm remorseful. Please, please, adventurer person, I've been a naughty ghost, ooh-woo, but I promise I'll be good. Whoa! Getting sandwiched between these two lads. Oh, and I can't move, but that's okay, because I don't need to move to be able to smack the shit out of your face. Oh, I think I can't charge up my attacks. I can only do fast attacks. That's kind of weird. He's snarling at me like a tiger. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to... They're building a bunch of stuff on me. I gotta drink some potions then, because I cannot move. And... what's my strength? 39. That's pretty rough. Yeah, strong healing. Yeah, for some reason I can't, like, do strong attacks. I can only do the weak, quick attacks. There we go, now I can do strong ones. Well, I could for a second there. There we go, now I can do the strong ones again. There we go, that's much better. See, now we can actually fight him legit. So, not too bad. We could have seen that coming. Yeah, I was fully expecting him to be vengeful, because he was... the thing is, it was kind of weird because he was initially saying, oh, I've done unspeakable things, I'm so horrible, but he was still doing them because he was the one responsible for summoning the ghosts and causing the ghosts to, you know, cause a ruckus in the mansion. So, like, he was still doing bad shit, man. What the hell? So maybe now truly, this motherfucker's done. Bony motherfucker with his bone meal and his staff of flame, which is not that good, actually. Still grab it, but thought for sure he'd have some fun stuff. There's his altar. Yep, so there it is. That's the end of that quest, I suppose. Backstepped and quite possibly bamboozled. That's right, that's right. That is the exact mood. Dapip says the house is pretty beautiful. I mean, it probably in its heyday, it probably was quite nice, but it's fallen under pretty rough disrepair nowadays, so it's not quite as nice as it was previously. Now this is a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Now of course we got a thing to hopefully uncork it. There it goes. But interesting though, it was a sealed portal not by magic but by mechanism. Which is fascinating. I thought it was going to be a magic portal, but nope, just mechanical. So no more ghosts that will spawn in. No more bullshit. Let's see if the lad is upstairs cowering in fear from the demon that we had to slay just now. And once again, that guy never once drew his sword. He had a Daedric longsword on his person, but we never saw it leave his hilt. So he stayed very comfortably outside of combat, despite very much being armed and ready to, you know, murder things. Also, look at that. The house is put back together. So with the curse lifted, it is normal again. And even, dare I say, complete. Look at that. A complete 180. Love it. Repair some things, because things got a little bit damaged back there. Well, now that we have, you know, a proper house that is, you know, actually functioning, or at least is as a house should look, we can, you know, take a quick look and see if there's anything fun. By the way, Mr. Corey is in that Prime Gaming sub. Thank you, bud. Thank you very much, Mr. Corey. 36 months, by the way. God dang, that's a long time. Thank you, bud. Corey's, of course, one of my old college buddies. He stops in from time to time. Corey, you'll be proud of me, by the way. I got to invoke your name earlier. We were talking about one of the newer Phantasy Star Online games, because me and some friends have been playing through some of the older PSO games. And a lot of us, you know, growing up, played the Dreamcast version, you know, the original PSO a whole bunch. And then there was Phantasy Star Universe, then PSO 2, and then there's new Genesis. And I got to invoke Corey's name. I said, like, well, you know, NGS is nice, but there are aspects of the game that feel very much like a game. It feels very video gamey, for better or for worse, in certain aspects. So I felt very proud of myself, talking about how the game's mechanics are very much out in front, and they don't do much to you know, give you the sense of world building, or the sense, well, maybe some world building, but the mechanics seem very, well, just mechanical. It's pretty uncreative the way they do, like, the power level system and whatnot. But anyway, it's good to see you, bud. Let's do this. Let's take a little nap. I'm surrounded by ghost juice, ghost puddles. That's where the ghosts peed on the floor earlier. I actually will level up. We have not leveled up in a stream or two at this point. So I can give you that intelligence, I guess endurance and agility, or I could do agility and maybe luck. I think that's what I'll do. I think luck is pretty good. Does everything, even though it governs no attributes, it's still useful. I think that's good to slowly work towards. Twerk towards, even. Level 24. Goddamn. That's probably as high as we're gonna get intelligence. Intelligence and willpower and speed, all at 99. Not at hundo, but at 99. Maybe there will be a level in the future where there's, like, not a lot of things that excite me greatly when it comes to the modifiers for level attributes. So instead, we'll just do willpower, intelligence, and speed just to get all three to 100. Some pretty good luck. I don't know how it is in this game, but I know in Morrowind... Everyone take a drink. I just mentioned Morrowind. I know in Morrowind, luck is actually quite good, and most players tend to ignore it because you only get a +1 at most each time. But it apparently does add up, like, after a while. Like, apparently, like, you wouldn't notice it per level, like level to level, but a decent luck modifier in Morrowind can lead to some pretty good prosperity. Speaking of prosperity, look at how different this house looks. It's just like Dup called it, in its time of being nice and put together. The manor rather, is quite good. The backyard is nice and legit. The windows are fixed. Even the front yard looks nice, so everything is much more put together. Don't you love to see it? Now the question is, where did the dude run off to? Because we had the homie that was helping us.
One more coin, and I can get a pair of shoes.
Pair of shoes? You got it, bud.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm not sure where he went, but I would ask at the Count's Arms. If anyone knows where he is, it would be someone there. Blessings.
Haven't seen much of that game, but it looks very gamey. It does. I mean, it's like many other games I've played on stream, like multiplayer games, that is. I wouldn't have the patience for it single player, but playing with the homies is still fun. Especially when it comes to understanding the systems and trying to... A coin for a bag. You got it, bud. For a day. Understanding the systems and trying to like detangle, you know, certain aspects, certain mechanics of the game. Doing it solo can be a pain in the ass, but when you have friends to bounce ideas off of, it's a little bit easier. Here's the guy, by the way. The Lifter of Curses.
Sorry for running away like that, but fear got the best of me. I'm glad you talked me into coming with you. Now that the curse has been lifted, I feel like I've taken care of my family's unfinished business. Excellent work, my friend. May the manor give you many years of happiness. I'm now off to the Imperial City once more. Farewell.
And again, he's got that Daedric longsword. Never once lifted it. Never once utilized it. He was like, you know what? Nah. I'll let the mystery hero here take all the glory. Finally cleansed, he says. His house is clean. So with that, I think we're pretty much good with Anvil. So we have an Imperial City quest right here. Part of the Dark Brotherhood, of course. To do. We'll probably knock that out next time we find ourselves in the Imperial City. I kind of forgot about it, admittedly. We have a Fighters Guild quest in Coral to do. But I think what I'm going to do for the last kind of half hour to an hour of the stream is I think I'm going to head to Leyawiin for the first time. We've never been to Leyawiin. In fact, we haven't really been to that part of the world of Cyrodiil, at least too often. The farthest south we've been was Fort Irony. Or farthest southeast, I suppose, would be Fort Irony. Or this gate, Mouth of the Panther. Yeah, this kind of area. There's stuff around here. Malada is part of a quest. Sundercliff Watch, part of a side quest. So there's things that we'll eventually want to go towards. But yeah, I would say given the circumstances, let's warp right over here and start heading south to go towards Leyawiin. The last major city in the game that we've not visited at all. So it looks like it'll be not gigantic, but still, you know, a significant place. In fact, I'll set the Allies for Bruma quest as the main quest. That way we have a little marker pointing us the way. And, like I've been doing previously, I will most likely ignore pretty much most, if not all, cave entrances and ruins that we see, just because, again, I feel like my enjoyment of the game has gone up significantly since I've elected to venture into a few of those kinds of side areas. Now, one thing I will do is fight whatever decides to... Mudcrab? Yeah, Mudcrab. Bonk. One thing I would like to do is take a quick little look. Sometimes if we're lucky, if we're good boys and girls, we can find some nice Nirnroot. If we're real lucky, these kind of more beachular areas. Mudcrab, where are you? Show your face to me, Mudcrab. There you are. Crab battle. Look at the size of his claws. He could tear a tank right in half. And of course, more Oblivion Gates, although, yeah, I think I've pretty much determined that I don't think I will go for any optional Oblivion Gates other than the ones that are dictated by quests. Unless anybody has any recommendations. Unless there's, like, a really cool Oblivion Gate that has, like, amazing equipment that, like, is very much worth doing. I know that after a certain point in the main quest, the Oblivion Gates will get closed. So there is a point after which you've missed the opportunity. And so I don't want to have the FOMO, the Oblivion Gate FOMO. But I also realize that, yeah, I don't really see myself wanting to explore every single one I come across, just because there's a lot of them. And I don't really think I enjoy exploring them. So I think I would rather minimize my exposure. You see, I think part of the main quest, you see enough of them, you kind of know what's up. And it's a bummer because there's some really good gear in some of them. Like, some of them have had some incredible weapons and pieces of armor and jewelry, you know, rings and stuff that are very powerful. So they're nice, and they're oftentimes worth it. Sometimes they're worth it. So knowing which ones are good and which ones are to be avoided is the tricky thing. But I get the impression that a lot of the loot is probably procedurally generated, based on, you know, loot tables and level scaling. So I theorize that there's only so much to be gained. Still need to restore my personality. I realize now, as I'm seeing what might be a shrine, that I never did get my stuff fixed. My face is still pretty fucked up, honestly. It's an Iliad ruin of some variety. Have I been to this ruin before? Do I have it on my map? No, I do not. Yeah, I would maybe explore things that are on my map, because that means I've heard about it from other people, or from another quest or something like these two. But if it's not on my map already, then I'll probably avoid it. Now, there is a Daedric Shrine here, which I think I will investigate, because those can sometimes be cool and also sometimes terrifying. If not both. Sometimes even at the same time. Also, Nirnroot, maybe? Ooh, yes. I had a feeling you'd be out here. Got a nice little bridge. It's nice. Nocturnal's Shrine. I've never heard of this person. Or this Daedric person. Nocturnal, or maybe it's Nocturnal. More emphasis on the last syllable.
We seek what the darkness hides, and the Night Mistress is our guide.
The Night Mistress. Now, is that the Night Mother? Attached to the Dark Brotherhood, I wonder? Let's talk to other folks, see what they think.
We are not afraid of the dark. The Night Mistress gives us eyes to see night's secrets.
Interesting how most Daedra worshippers in this game, it's not like they're like, yeah, we think the Daedra worship is kind of cool. Or like, yeah, our chosen patron, Daedric patron, is kind of alright. Everyone's like, I've sworn my life to this Daedra. It's like they are all about it and they will talk about nothing less. Like, this is our entire
what is your
existence.
business in this place?
Any good rumors?
I tried the chapels. They're a waste of
They're
time.
a waste of time. Corey is over here saying, Ronald Weasley, it's nocturnal. Oh, and then as
you should not be in
Harry,
this
as
place.
Ronald
What
and
is your
Harry
business here?
react.
Do you believe yourself worthy to speak to Nocturnal?
Maybe. I wish to approach.
Perhaps you have been summoned. Perhaps Nocturnal desires your service and has guided you here. Approach. Approach the shrine, if you dare.
I do dare.
Go carefully.
Yeah, they all have these lecterns with nothing on it, so they just improvise. Alright. Are we T-posing? I think we might be T-posing. They have 2 birds? 2 hawks, maybe?
Night among the strangers. Secrets in the dark. Nocturnal is here. But my eye is blind and drowned, stolen from its shrine and hid in dark waters. To steal from a god is most unwise. In Leowen, 2 Argonians think themselves secret, but the eye has seen them. Find these thieves in the city that spans the waters. Learn where they hide my eye. Retrieve the eye of Nocturnal Mortal, and return it to me, and I shall look favorably upon you.
Because then she'll be able to see with it, obviously. Well, that's convenient. That's where we're heading, so I would think it couldn't have worked out better, actually. Look for 2 Argonians in Leowen, which is where we're heading. Alright, see you later, fam. We got our marching orders. So yeah, the Daedra Shrines I will always stop... Well, if it's a shrine we've never been to, I will always stop for because they usually have quests and they're usually pretty interesting. Sometimes they are morally reprehensible. Other times they're more gray area. This one probably sounds like it's more gray area. Other times it's, I want you to... you know, morally corrupt an innocent person for no reason other than my bemusement. Or, here's a nice town full of lots of people that love each other and get along and work together. I need you to bring this town to ruin for no reason at all. So, some Daedra are pretty fucked. Other Daedra are less fucked. Also, a nice little hotel. Maybe, or just a cluster of little buildings. What is this place? Blankenmarch. Blankenmarch, rather.
Good.
What's up, buds?
What?
What? Any
When
rumors?
you visit a way shrine of Zenithar and you've lived a good life by the 9, you may receive a blessing of luck.
Sounds nice. Sounds good stuff. Mr. Stoats, what's up, bud? How fare thee? I fare well. Thank you, bud. It's good to see you. Playing some more Oblivion. Oh, by the way, to Corey and to Stoats, since you both know, you know, we both have a bunch of mutual friends. You both know Robert, who is still having some health stuff. I'll be seeing him on Tuesdays. I'll actually be driving him on Tuesday mornings to some appointments that he'll have in a hospital at an undisclosed location, you know, privacy and whatnot. But if anybody's ever curious, you know, feel free to reach out. I can tell you where it'll be. It'll just be some treatments, and then we'll drive back to his place at his place of residence. But yeah, I'll be seeing him on Tuesdays for the next few weeks, Tuesday mornings. And when I say Tuesday mornings, I mean like bright ass early, like 6 a.m. Tuesday mornings. But it'll be before work, so it should be all right.
Hello.
So it should be doable.
What can I do for you?
Do you hope he's all right? I mean, he's got you know, stuff going on with his lungs. Obviously, it's not getting any better, obviously, but he's still, you know, pursuing treatments pretty aggressively. So he's keeping up with it. I'm sure it's a pain in the ass though to deal with, but he's being a good sport about it.
How are you?
Look at this. They built these houses like right on the outskirts of these ruins, and you know there's monsters spawning in from here, obviously. So you know there's some shit going down. Let's I guess break into their houses. Well, they're standing right there, so. But this is. Well, hold on. What the hell happened here? Why is everything so fucked up? What the hell? Not a memory. You'd be surprised. I did show him. I know Corey and a few people had posted some photos on the Discord server. Whoa. Oh, okay. Just birds up high. On the Discord server. Like some throwback photos. Throwback Thursday photos of like a bunch of the old GDG hangouts and whatnot. And when I saw him, let me think about this. I think I last saw him a few weeks ago. I took him to one of his appointments, and I while I was with him, I was like, "Yo, by the way, I like showed him my phone, and we looked through a bunch of those old photos." And yeah, he remembered everybody. He's like, "Oh man, yeah, remember all these cool peeps. Remembered some of the more specific events that we had back in the day." So. Yeah, you'd be surprised, man. It's gotta remember all the old homies, all of us old timers, right? That one guy's house was ransacked. Is this one? Yeah, this one's pretty similar actually. Just kind of fucked up a little bit, honestly. Nobody wants to talk about anything right now, so I suspect there is a side quest. Hold on. There's a side quest we've yet to learn about here. Also, they have motherfucking skooma, so maybe that's why they don't want to talk to us. Skooma just in their treasure chests. Maybe that's why everything is fucked. They get high on skooma and they just destroy everything.
Hello there.
Can I help you?
What was this person's name? Philip Frank. That's an oddly normal name and an oddly normal house. It's actually suspicious that it's so normal. I was hoping he would have 900 skooma in here, but no such luck. He's been going ham on the biography of Brenzia, and actually this table is overflipped. Table flip. So, he's going a little bit silly, but no obvious skooma addiction here, sadly. As fun as these skooma addictions are, probably. Just beer. Yep, nothing incriminating. Nothing illegal. So disappointing. What a teetotaler not drinking 900 skooma before breaking his house. Homeboy's missing out. Okay. Well, yeah, so no obvious things with these people. Again, maybe there's a side quest that will reveal itself at a later date. But for now, let's continue on our quest. On the quest to Leowin. Actually, we're already getting pretty close. More ruins, of course, and there's apparently a cave entrance not too far as well. And down that a ways. And this is one of these empowering shrine stone thingies. Although those are, I think, I don't know if they're a one-time use or if they take time to charge, but I'll hold off for the time being. Ooh. An Oblivion Gate, of course. With something on fire on the outside of it. It's like a bandit camp, maybe? Now, this is probably their specific Oblivion Gate, if I had to guess. The one that, you know, they wish to vanquish if given the chance. And Mr. Stoats with the 18 months. Now, by the way, Stoats, that means 18 months. That within the circles of scholars and gentlemen and everything in between, with Twitch parlance, that means we have had our second sub baby. So that means we've birthed our second sub baby, and I have no doubt they're as handsome and beautiful as you are. I hope they have your gentle eyes. But thank you for burning this month, man. I appreciate that, bud. 18 months. That is no joke. That's a long time. Corey did his resub earlier as well, so we've had some homies come through, man. I appreciate the homie assistance, buds. And I look forward to us raising our sub baby together. And the good news is that I'm pretty sure the joke with all of this is that I'm now Dan, or I'm sorry, Stoats, your wife's name is Alex as well, isn't it? Because there's so many jokes that can be made at everyone's expense. The opportunities are endless. Got his ass. Knocked his ass down. And extract his heart. Is still beating hard, and then I eat it in front of him. So, want to add the gate to my map, please? How close do I need to get? Oh shit, really, Stoats? I had no idea about that. That's so exciting. Yeah, because there have been a few times where I'd be like, I'd be talking with somebody from the group, and they would mention, oh, Dan and Alex, and I'd be like, me? They'd be like, no, his other Alex. I'm like, oh, right, he has a separate Alex. Well, that is exciting. I'm excited for the both of you. Not just because her name is Alex, but also because first kiddo is very exciting. This horse got fucking murdered, by the way. By the way, it's a paint horse. That means this isn't blood, it's just red paint. Excuse me, Clanfear, I'm trying to mourn the death of this poor horsey. Fucking Clanfear's trying to harsh my buzz, man. But congratulations to you both. That is very, very exciting. That is so cool. Look at all of us. We're all getting grown up. We're getting married. We're doing kiddo, like, you know, preparing for kiddos and whatnot. Also cool. Also heckin' cool, bud. If you need a name suggestion, normally I would recommend the name Alex, but that'd be a little bit too on the nose, though, wouldn't it? Good health so far? Hell yeah, bud. So far, so good. That's what we like to hear, dude. That sounds heckin' good. Leowin City Watch got, it would seem. A lot of stuff around here, man. A lot of stuff happening. Look at these can fetch a slight pretty penny. Oh, you've entered the fray. Also a little bit nervous, a little bit scared. Yeah, I would imagine that is how it goes. I would imagine. Yeah, if I thinking like if I were in those shoes, I would be, I'd be feeling many emotions, fear being one of them, but it is all very exciting though. In fact, yeah, I can think of a number of friends who have recently had their first kid or in the process of about to having their first kid. But that's right, man. Who knew? All of us scrappy young lads and ladies from the game development group in college all those years ago. All of us growing up and starting families and being responsible adults. Terrifying, honestly. Oh, there we go, Corey. Corey's got the big brain ideas. We can still fudge it. Like, I know sometimes, I think this is a thing for dudes especially, like dudes having, like, or I guess more specific with sons, is, you know, you hear people refer to their kid as junior, which is to say they'll have, like, you know, they'll name their, like, their kid after, like, they'll give them the same first name. Because Nick, Corey probably remembers Nick. Again, I abstain from saying last names, but you probably know which Nick I'm referring to. Him and his wife have had 2 kids, and yeah, their first one, it was a boy, and they named him Nick. So he's got a junior, and I think that's like a thing in his family. I think that's been like a tradition they've had Is that the firstborn son would be a junior. But I don't know if that happening with daughters, obviously, of like I mean, I guess I can't see why it wouldn't be that way, but it seems when I hear the name, the word junior, I typically ascribe it to sons specifically. And there's another gate right here, by the way, so they're flush with Oblivion Gates. This one's got a little boner bridge, and slaughterfish. Never mind, the slaughterfish is already dead. I guess that means this guy was fighting him. Yeah, boy, we got 2 of these fuckers. I don't want to deal with you both simultaneously. I'm just gonna see if I can lunch line you one by one. If I'm really cool, I'll get him to shoot his lightning spells and hit this guy in the back of his ass. Ouch. Also, one really smart thing to do when you're fighting a Storm Atronach is to enter into the water. Because as we all know, water does a horrible job at conducting electricity. So if you immerse yourself in water, then his spells will glide right off of you because you'll be so moist. You'll be so well lubricated. This is very good advice, and you should heed my every word. I wish to knock you down. Ouch. Because I like the knockdown thing that we have. And I've seen it function twice, ever. Or maybe 3 times. Only a few times. That stab move. That stab move has a chance of knocking them on their asses. But it doesn't function very often. Imagine if this game worked the way that it does in Noita. You knock a Storm Atronach in the water, and then, like, it electrifies the water. Oh, I think it actually did fire off. There we go. Yeah, so we got the knock him down move to fire. But yeah, you smack them in the water, and then it electrifies the water, and it kills all the slaughterfish in the water at that given moment. Wouldn't that be dope? Alright, so we got 2 Oblivion Gates back to back, which is, you know, noteworthy. I'm also going to take a quick perusal this way. Because I was going to say, my Nirnroot senses were tingling, and they were tingling for all the right reasons. But it's not a sneak attack like I'd hoped it would be. Pathfinder. Oh, there you go. The surface of water. It's a field impenetrable. Oh, interesting. So, well, that kind of makes sense for arrows. At least to an extent. What about, yeah, what about, like... I guess it depends, because it's like magical electricity. So yeah, I wonder if like a ranged lightning attack would have the same issue, where it would get held up by the Watcher. Well, we got our Nirnroot. We also get... Oh, nothing. This is all... We got 1 gold, alright. An onion and some carrots. Okay, that's not very exciting. Let's get to the more exciting place. Let's get to Leyawiin proper. We're about to get laid, which is to say, we're going to Leyawiin for the first time. We're going to be laid up in Leyawiin. If I was a tourism expert in Leyawiin, I would have us all design T-shirts and like merchandise, like tourism themed merchandise that was all kind of along those lines. Getting laid in Leyawiin, and it's like a hand doing this with like the hang loose. But it's a severed hand because, you know, Oblivion Gates are causing Satan to fucking take dumps everywhere. Also, hello, Dissentius Opsius.
Captain of the Coast Guard. Pleased to meet you.
Coast Guard? I guess there is a coast, so yeah, kind of makes sense.
Eye of Nocturnal. Doesn't sound familiar to me. Weebamna and Bajin have been bragging about some big score they made recently. They
probably
claim it's a valuable jewel. Who knows with those 2?
Not sure about the special cases. Yeah, I'm just thinking about, like, electricity, of course, gets conducted by water. But if it's magical electricity, I could see almost like a George Lucasian hand waving that says, well, you see, the magical lightning behaves differently than regular lightning. So the water displaces it because it's a impenetrable shield long range weapons. My George Lucas impressions, it still needs some work, so I need more practice.
The guard stays inside the city walls for the duration of the crisis. Count Caro's orders. We're not going to risk another cavalry.
Keeping his broom, yeah. I always love whenever I open a chest or I open a small barrel and there's a fucking claymore, like a long sword or not even a long sword, just a giant fucking claymore. I just assume it folds up. That there's like a little lock that you flip the latch and it just like folds up and you stick it inside. It's like the foldable shotgun in Gloomwood, which just entered early access a couple days or a week or so ago. Spot on, thank you, Corey. I don't know. I haven't listened to him in interviews in a while, so I don't know if he sounds different, but I feel like it needs still a bit more work.
A bad sword until she hooked up with that rascal Weebamna.
That rascal.
We're likely to find her at Weebamna's house.
Sounds like that's where we're going next.
When Sadrasa isn't teaching alchemy, he spends all of his time researching a cure for skooma addiction.
Hey, we found a skooma den just earlier. Clearly, the cure is to drink more skooma. Kind of like how people will tell you, well, the best way to cure a hangover from alcohol is more alcohol. So, that is clearly the strat. Diablo 1, that's right, dude. Yeah, you kill a bat and they drop a halberd. Kill one of those little imp creatures. Yeah, they drop a fucking battle axe. It's like, motherfucker, where were you storing that thing? I don't believe you have interdimensional pockets behind your wings, motherfucker. Diablo 2, same shit. I kill a quill rat, it drops bone snap. That thing is bigger than his entire body mass. This doesn't make sense. Dapum says, yo, wait. Where'd George Lucas go? I heard him. You guys are too kind. The problem is you guys are encouraging me. The more you encourage or tell me my George Lucas impression is good, the more I'm gonna want to do it. So be careful what you wish for, my friends, because it just might come true.
He's always got some scam going with Bajin, his partner. You might find them both at Weebam Na's house. Bye.
This is the Coast Guard place, though. I guess it's, I guess the captain of the Coast Guard would look poorly upon me opening up chests in front of him, at least. But when he can't see me, he doesn't have to know. Okay, nothing. Never mind. I got excited. I saw Tan Goblet. I misread that as Tan Goblin, and I was like, oh my, I can just take one of those? Hell yeah. My fetish coming true after all these years. Tall, dark, and handsome. That's how I prefer my goblins, apparently. Yeah, see, he doesn't have to know. Iron longsword. I mean, longswords are long, obviously, but I could see maybe being able to squeeze into one of these. But a chest holding a claymore? No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. Hard doubt. So anyway, yeah, Coast Guard station. Yeah, again, there's water. It's like a river, I suppose. What body of water are we near? The lower Nibbin, which leads into Nibbin Bay, obviously. And then spills into Topal Bay, I suppose. Get some Diablo 2, says Stoats. I was actually just waxing poetic about Diablo 2 just earlier because somebody asked me what my top 3 favorite games were. And I feel like my top 3 games change at the drop of a hat, depending on the day of the week. But for now, I would say my top 3 are Bomberman 64, Diablo 2 is probably number 2, and then 3 would probably be Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's hard to pick just 3, but I just think about games that have the greatest impact on me. Is it like Bomberman 64 taking the number 1 spot? Is that an amazing game? No. Is it a great game? Probably not. Is it a good game? Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's a good game, but it was just very meaningful to me as a kid, and still is when I play it now. It's like it's a game that I can come back to and appreciate nowadays. But I just think about like its significance to me as I was a young lad, a young hobbit. Here we are in glorious Leyawiin for the first time ever. At a guard tower barracks area, which is nice. I know it's also trespassing to enter, apparently. is an archer person.
Not here, not in public. We must never speak to each other outside the sanctuary.
Oh, I recognize her
The risk
face.
of detection is too great.
I didn't expect to see her out and about. From the Dark Brotherhood, by the way. Pac-Man World, I have not. Was that the one on the PS1? So I know there was some PlayStation 1 era Pac-Man like platformer games that apparently were quite good back in the day.
Not a chance.
Good night.
Be seeing you again is like a blessing from the Night Mother herself.
So she makes references to the Night Mother and Dark Brotherhood, but yes, we can't actually talk to her though, because then she's like, no, I don't want to spoil it, man. It was Sony's answer to Mario. Yeah, so like a 3D platformer. Yeah, I never played any of the Pac-Man, really any. I've never really played any Pac-Man game ever. I know on Steam they have some arcade Pac-Man games, that kind of thing. But yeah, I heard that some of the platformer Pac-Man games are actually quite good. So they're acutely on my radar. Diablo 1, Thief 1, and MechWarrior 2. Nice, bud. Yeah, the Dark Project, we played that shit, what was that, maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago? I still need to go back and play 2, because I've heard 2 is also incredible. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Oh, here's one of them. Here's one of these NPC lads that decides to just try and attack us. Normally I would say broad daylight, but it's nighttime, so never mind. Singor. You're about to be seeing your doom here, I would say. With your huntsman's pants and your iron cuirass and your key and your 39 gold. Yeah, Diablo 1. That's the thing too, Dan. I was thinking earlier about like would I put Diablo 2 or Diablo 1 on the list? Because Diablo 1 was also a very influential game for quite different reasons. Obviously, there was a multiplayer aspect of it. That was significant, but I would say for me, Diablo 2 was more of a multiplayer thing. Diablo 1 was more of a single-player game. Also, one of my first time getting into, like, modding games. Or not really, I wasn't modding it, but installing mods for it back in the day. So I could, like, toy with, what's the word? Like, equipment editors and whatnot. So I could, you know, find the best gear in the game easily and find like some spells that the player isn't typically able to access. In Diablo 1, that is, like, so that was like one of my first kind of forays into mods for games or editors for games, and just kind of seeing what that's like and kind of cracking open the hood of what's possible, because in console games you don't get that, obviously. So yeah, Diablo 2 or Diablo 1 rather, very much a unique experience, and of course very much a horror game in a lot of ways. All this nerd root, by the way, goddamn. Yeah, it has so many aspects of the game that are quite scary and quite nerve-wracking, forcing you to take the game very slow and very strategic with your gameplay. Whereas Diablo 2, for much of the game, feels more like a screen-clearing game. I remember Overused Choitoy used that phrase. He said it felt like...
Are you looking for a fence?
Felt like you're like... what's the word I'm looking for? Like it was a matter of being a supercharged badass, mowing down enemies left and right. Like, it's satisfying, but Diablo 1, it's like you gotta be slow and steady, because the game will kick the shit out of you if you're not careful. Better build a game. Yeah, I would agree, but yes, Diablo 1, the semi-roguelike. Yes, 100% agreed. It's drifted far. Yeah, I mean, I can already tell I'm probably not gonna enjoy Diablo 4 too much. I don't know if I'll knowing me, I'll pick it up eventually, but really they're gunning for what Path of Exile and other games like it have accomplished, and it's done well for them. It's very popular, so I can't really hold it against them, because that's gonna sell gangbusters. But for people like you and I, Stones, we have to, you know, look elsewhere. Obviously, I've heard people say if I like Diablo 1, I really should try oh gosh, what is it? I'm blanking on it. Baldur's Gate. I really should play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, because I've never played them. And talk about games that reward methodical strategic gameplay. Because I mean, Corey, I mean, you know, we played Icewind Dale with Brad and John, you know, years ago, and that was cool. But that's like turn-based. That's I don't know, it's weird, because Diablo 1 is technically, I guess, a turn-based game, but it hides it pretty well. And I like turn-based games, but I don't know. I just want more Diablo 1. I want the Diablo style game, but slow and steady and scary. I mean, Baldur's Gate I still want to play, but I want a game that makes me nervous as I'm playing it, but it's still real time, like, and it has that overall style. That's a scary game, dude. The fucking butcher, you kidding me? Guy's terrifying.
Why doesn't the Elder Council send the Legion to help us? There's no telling when another Oblivion Gate will open.
Will open.
Have you been near Rosentia Galenis' house recently? Smells horrible, like she left some meat out to spoil.
Uh-oh. I smell a dead body, perhaps.
Every time I pass by that woman's house, I hear odd animal noises and smell a foul odor. Maybe she's caring for some sick pet or something.
Or something.
Whatever it is, she should clean up her act. It's surprising that a wealthy woman like that would let her property fall into such disarray.
Indeed, a new side quest added. Oh, and of course, MechWarrior 2 Stoats. Yeah, I've played MechWarriors 3 and 4. You have to play 5, but I've never played 2 for that matter either. Yeah, we played through 3 and 4 and all those expansions on stream a couple years ago, which was fun to go back for. Played through Icewind Dale now. Excellent. Same real-time pause controls. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. It's like maybe I'm misremembering, because I remember it felt more turn-based, but yeah, maybe it's like it's what you were saying. It's like pause controls. Maybe that's a better phrase for it. Because yeah, it's not like Final Fantasy, like old school Final Fantasy, where it was you go, now you go, like not that kind of turn-based. Yeah, paused controls is probably the better phrase for it.
Should be good.
And of course, he is a fence, so I will sell things to him. That's not a very good staff, honestly. I'm surprised that such a scary-looking Lich character would wield something so mundane. So we'll sell just normal things to him as well, but what's the stolen goods especially? That's the good shit. It's that good.
Deal. I can sell it for twice that price. To the right
Twice the price, he says. We have 2 of these, which is nice. So I can sell any other shield rings that we don't need. Sell these 2. Yeah, sell that one.
Deal. I can sell it for twice that
Now it's not actually fencing, we're just selling normal stuff, obviously, but I've got a few stolen goods to offer. Not many, but a few. Like this one.
Deal. I can sell it for twice that price to the right customer.
And some skooma, of course. That's the fancy stuff.
Deal. I can deal. Deal. Deal.
I keep interrupting him. I think that's gonna do it for this lad. The things that I need to sell. Oh, I lied.
Deal.
Deal. Keep saying it over and over again. The enemy faction, right? Yes. It's old, but still good. Yeah, I've heard from a number of people that MechWarrior 2 is their favorite. Of the ones they've played, at least. Because, yeah, I know original MechWarrior is super old, obviously. But, yeah, apparently 2 is, like, really special for a lot of folks. And just kind of fun to play as the villain. I remember you telling me, Stoats, that there's a lot of lore. Like, more than most people would think. In the MechWarrior series. And that 2 and 3 and 4 kind of are part of overarching storylines. Which are pretty intertwined, which is really neat. And I was kind of surprised. I remember at the time when I was playing 3, I remember thinking like, man, this is like fun to come back to. Because I played 3 as a kid and I loved it. And I remember thinking like, man, I can't wait to get to 4. I bet 4 is going to be even better. 4 was good. And all of its expansions were good. Had some really cool quests. Had some cool moments. But man, 3 is still my favorite, I think. Of between 3 and 4 at least. I loved what 3 did. I felt like 3 was more... You had to, like, plan your shit a little bit better, right? Like, 4, they drop you and you play a mission and then you're fucking done. 3, you have to manage your resources. You have to plan where you're going to spawn in. You have to kind of plan your missions. And it felt more... I don't know. It just felt more engaging. And more like... more desperate, I guess, because yeah, you were so much of it of the main quest, at least, you were kind of stranded, and you were trying to like reconnect with your main crew. I just love how that worked in that game. So it's like, dude, more of this, please.
Deal. I can sell it for twice that price.
Anyway, I think we've seen all there is to see here.
Don't just walk away like you don't know me.
That's right, that's right. Skooma and paintbrushes. Skooma and paintbrushes, use them to fly. I don't know of duping, although I've heard people say there are some paintbrush glitches. Oh, wait a second, I know what you're referring to with the flying thing. Right, I have seen that. Okay, yeah, I know what you're referring to. Yeah, Battletech. Yeah, I guess it's really Battletech overall. Hero variants within their own story. Got some cool audiobooks. Interesting. I appreciate the offer stones. Yeah, if I'm looking next time, I find myself looking for some audiobook fixtures, I'll hit you up, bud, because that sounds nice. The Darji is our new fixer, or not really fixer, but our fence that's here. And I think this is the house we were looking for, isn't it? For the side quest. Auto saving. I'm gonna be sneaky. Actually, I'll just talk to them first, because one of them is sleeping.
Good evening. I'm Bijin. I'm a hunter. And
lots of Argonians that we've talked to so far.
I hope he didn't bother you about the rat thing. He's gone totally rat cuckoo, I'm afraid.
Rat thing?
Yes, I am Bijin.
Let's talk to other stuff. Talk about other things first.
That's what Count Garl says. Only our brave guardsmen to keep the hordes of Oblivion at bay.
So Count Garl says they're on their own, which is a little bit weird.
Bugak Robol has some good books at Southern Books. He's an odd one, though. Always seems ready for a fight.
A good bookseller should be ready for combat at all times. I worked at Borders for 4 years. 4 years of retail prepares you for combat.
Why? Why would you ask? I've never heard of it. No idea what you're talking about. And Weebam Na doesn't know either.
Alright, she's playing...
We'll see.
Playing coy.
You too.
And of course it is... right now, 2 a.m. I think I'll just wait inside their house for 6 hours, like a weirdo. Tabletop of Battletech, nice, man. Yeah, I've never played Battletech, like any tabletop. In fact, my only Battletech engagement has been MechWarriors 3 and 4. I've never played the Battletech games. There's the one that's on Steam, I suppose.
Rats, hate them, everyone. Gonna hunt them down and chop them all to tiny bits.
It's got a rat bone to pick.
That out loud? Excuse me. I'm Weebam Na, the hunter. You got to excuse me. I got rats on the mind.
It happens. But yeah, I've heard the tabletop game is like pretty cool and can be quite involved. It's for another time. No, I love talking nerdy shit. It's always something to embrace.
I am Weebam Na. What do you want?
I think I know what his answer's gonna be.
Never heard of the thing. And neither has Bijin. You ask too many questions.
Alright. I'm just gonna Mose, you don't mind me, I'm just gonna blip, 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 blip. And now why is she following me?
What? Bye.
What if I do this? What if I lead you over to your partner? Oh, never mind. Because I'm supposed to like kind of listen in. And me, I'm just gonna be over here. Blip, 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 just minding my own business. Oh, oh. That's weird how she's like hovering.
Yes.
Wait, is it trespassing? Am I trespassing right now? No, not yet, but let's exit. Yes, okay, so I'm not supposed to be in there right now. Okay, we'll go in when it's open then.
What?
The Steam game, yeah. Because I think I got it in a Humble Bundle a while back, and it looks really cool. I've heard it's very good, and I've heard it's like there are times where it will be frustrating because whoops, wrong button. Because like you will be You'll be sitting pretty.
Arius Taro, by grace of the Nine, Count Leowin. You are a stranger to me, but well.
Oh, it's the Count, walking around the city
perhaps you would
streets.
like to do a service for County Leowin.
I thought he'd be, you know, in his castle, in his port. But no, I've heard it's very good, but I've heard like there'll be times where you're sitting pretty, you're cruising through a quest, no problems. Then one last enemy gets one lucky headshot on your ass and your guy auto dies and you're like, fuck man, I was doing so well. So I've heard of that it can screw you over, but that's part of the fun. That's part of the satisfaction is the nervousness of what's around every corner because it could get your ass. Yeah, strategy war game is a good jumping on point.
The
Excellent.
rest of the Elder Council care nothing for Cyrodiil. They focus obsessively on the provinces, leaving us to fend for ourselves.
XCOM, that's right, Stoics. Yeah, same philosophy. That shit happens. Yeah, they were talking about the later provinces. So, I guess that's what they mean by saying that Leowin is on their own. It's because there's no help from Makato.
Our only hope to weather this Oblivion invasion is to defend our walls and be damned to what happens outside them. I have not read the works of Mrs. Otis. I'm told some find her guidebooks useful, though she apparently has a strong opinion on some matters.
On some matters.
I need your help. An orc named Mazoga here claims to be a knight, but will not reveal her business. Find out why she is here and report to me, and you will earn a reward suitable for those who serve Leowin.
Main quest. So right now we're on the Aid for Bruma, where we're trying to gather homies to help out to defend Bruma for more Oblivion Gates that are coming our way. Specifically because Cloud Gate Temple? No, Cloud Temple, where Martin is held up with the blades, is just I think just north of Bruma. So it's like, since there's going to be more assaults happening there, the idea is we need to like prep for some big battles that'll be happening there. So we're going to all the towns and closing Oblivion Gates to take the heat off of these other places so they can send their help to Bruma. So that's where we're at right now, which I think means we still got a ways to go, but I think that means we're like in the meat of the story, like in the meat of the main stuffs. So we got quite a ways to go, obviously.
Did you find out why the orc is here?
Not yet.
Then I await your report.
Okay, so got another side quest, and yes, we'll eventually need to close the gate out front and have this lad, you know, give us his blessing. And actually, isn't that curious? She likes to hang out in the other guy's house, but I wonder if she goes into her own house. Because yeah, we just came from Weebamna's house, I believe. Oh wait, no, hold on. Did I get it backwards? Weebamna. Hold on. Let me double check. Trying to remember who is who, because I want to go in the house of like wherever the other one isn't. I'm just gonna save real quick. If I commit a horrible crime and I get busted for it, then so be it. Then so be it. Oh, okay, no, never mind. They're sleeping then. Because they were saying, yeah, they spend all their, like, one of them spends all their time at the other person's place, but I think they are sleeping separate right now. Single, right, that was the guy that attacked us, so now we have his key. Time to look around and see if we can find evidence of evil doing. Or evil plotting, at least. An iron warhammer that somehow fit in this chest. Excellent, excellent, as it should be. As is tradition. Clogs. Okay, here's one. Yep, that's one thing. It's a casual copy of Mythic Dawn cult stuff, just on the bed. But I guess that's probably it. I don't know if I'm going to see much else. Actually, I will take that gold. Yep. I'll liberate it from them. Stoats and goats. How did I not think of that before, Whale? That's incredible. Stoats McGoats. If you ever needed a screen name change, Mr. Stoats, that'd be your opportunity, bud.
Yes?
It's the Count's bodyguard, personal bodyguard.
Sharina is good with a blade. She knows it too.
Will says, I'm here, man. I'm existing. Sometimes that's the extent of it. Like, yep, it do be that way sometimes. Other people's houses. Beto Plautius.
Beto Plautius. I'm a faithful servant of Leowin and the Emperor. Gods rest his soul.
He looks very young. Like, very, very young. He's got a very round baby face. I'm sure he's a grown-ass man, but the shape of his face makes me think he is a teenager with a very grown-up sounding voice. If only there was a better Plautius. Ooh, now we're talking. Maybe that's the name of his father.
I'm saving up enough for some medicine.
Have a coin.
Thank you, kind sir.
Look at her ears perk up.
I know of her. What's it worth to you?
5 coins.
She lives on the west side of town. She is fond of the Three Sisters in the evening, but takes her midday meal at the Five Claws.
That is helpful.
She lives.
Okay. That's more intel about that lady. Got him, says Whale. Love it. Love it when Whale brings out the sass. Any more Nirnroot? We got 2 so far. Here's a third. Look at this. 3 Nirnroots within this one place. Can you heckin' believe it? Best goods and guarantees. What a great name. By the way, it's almost 1:30. I should probably wrap up here. Wrap up pretty soon at least. I'll explore these best goods. Whale's got something for us here. We'll check that in a second.
Is a nice place, but that Shiravi sure is grumpy. I don't think she likes anyone.
Anyone?
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something.
Nistor's boots. Water breathing. Fortify. That's nice. That's nice, I suppose. We already sold most of our stuff though, so we're in pretty good shape. And Vuxivs, thank you very much for that raid, bud. That's very nice. Thank you for that kind raid. Will says that's how I feel sometimes, honestly. Vuxivs, thank you for that raid, bud. How's everyone doing?
Everything almost free. At best
almost
goods
free.
And guarantees, retail service at warehouse prices.
That's a very rehearsed introduction that this lad has for himself. Thank you for that raid, bud. How was your stream? And also, what were you streaming on this fine day? Conga Line, I like your screen names. Good stuff. And thank you, Jet Dyer, for the shout out for our friends. The stream was a good one. That was a Do is doubt out, which is to say, I'm doubting. I'm doubting that you were streaming.
Kvatch, aren't you? The one that
Hero of
closed
Kvatch,
the
that's
Oblivion
us.
Gate and saved the city?
And some just chatting. Were you doing some questing yourself? Doing some Noita? Oh, nice, man. I haven't played Noita in a minute. Or at least not on stream. I do sometimes join in on the
finest goods and lowest prices
on the weekend Noita Together streams that Dunk sometimes hosts, but I haven't streamed it myself in a while. Do you have any clips you'd like to share from your stream today, Voxus? Because Noita is one of those games, as you know, where sometimes ridiculous moments can happen, and sometimes they can make for some very entertaining and shocking clips. Yeah, just to end for the rant. No, I understand. I have a couple friends that do the same thing. They like change the category for the very end. Oh, but sick as hell. I'm sorry, man. That's no fun. Not like sick, but feeling not well. I hope you're able to get some rest, man. If you have to hop off, I totally get it. I will not be offended if you have to get some rest. In fact, I was actually thinking I'll probably be wrapping up fairly soon myself, just because it is getting fairly late. And I actually have to get up extra early tomorrow because I got to get up at an earlier hour for work times. We are exploring Leowin for the first time. I'm in the midst of my first ever Oblivion playthrough. So we got lots to explore. Oh, that's right, Voxivs. Yeah, we were doing the corruption streams. Right, we haven't done a corruption stream in a few weeks. The last corruption stream we did was doing something similar with Noita. We were playing Sonic Adventure 2 And every time I pressed the jump button, I corrupted the game more and more. So the game would inevitably become more depraved and goofy as hell as things went on. But yeah, with Noita, we were playing it such that every time we killed an enemy, we were corrupting the game to cause weird glitches.
Get the best you can afford from Tunzius.
Get weird glitches. You would get the game to crash sometimes. But we saw some weird behavior too. Some weird behavior that sometimes revealed a little bit about like how the game handled certain aspects behind the scenes, which is kind of nice. So the corruption streams are sometimes quite illuminating. But it was a fun time though. Try to avoid raid and run. No, like I said, I totally understand, especially if you're not feeling so good. You're tired from a long day.
Is still trying to create a potion to cure
your skooma addiction. It's called more skooma. It's called skoomer, the more potent skooma. All Cyrodiil. The thing is though, their wares don't really change at least too much with level scaling. So they are always selling silver things when people are walking around with Daedric gear, which is kind of silly. Now normally I would have him repair my stuff for me, but I have the power to repair my things my own self. So I might buy a couple hammers off of him. In fact, I'm gonna need to, because that took out most of my hammers anyway. So yes, I will buy some from you, dude.
Yes.
Got a clip? Yeah. Oh yeah, and you can go ahead and link it, Voxivs. I allow links just in general sense, so you're good to go, my friend. So buy the hammers.
Good day.
I see a lot of Argonian blacksmiths in this game, so look at that new diversity and such. It's nice. Now, yeah, I was gonna say he knows what I'm going for, so he's a smart guy. You can pinpoint the moment. That's right. Yeah, the exact moment his heart breaks, bud. Oh, and of course Twitch integration too. Yeah, if you're using some Twitch integration, that'll do it as well, for sure. But again, that's part of the fun. It's part of the experience is watching things.
Stranger to the 5 claws. Food and beds, cheap and good. But
cheap and good. Well, yeah, one of the fun parts is watching how the chat is able to coalesce around you and team up against your ass.
Clean, always, or you do not pay.
It's quite the name. Witsy Dootsy? Is that a whoopsie daisy? That's an odd name, but I can appreciate it.
I understand that Sadrasa is still trying to create
skooma addiction, right? I just noticed, by the way, are those balanced atop her head, or is that just on a shelf above her? I think it's on a shelf above her, but she's got grapes above her head. Got some gun. Oh yeah, like the loud, like cheer mote redemptions. Yeah, those can get ridiculous.
Have a look around.
For the chat and for the streamer especially.
Take care.
She's just kind of wandering around. Yeah, so there's on the shelf behind her. It just looked funny.
They're saying some
Julita Plotius.
Julita Plotius. I'm Beto's wife.
You Beto believe it. It's mistletoe. Aw, it's so sweet. So romantic. Oh, it's the signs to remember it's not Detroit. Right, because if not for those signs, I might get that confused, honestly. So I can't say I blame them. So he's made 3 of them, though, Will. Oh, yeah, so he's made other videos specifically for Cleveland or for other cities. Because I can think of some things that I would put on, because I live in St. Louis, I can think of some things I would put as a faux not infomercial, but video brochure about St. Louis and ways to try to sell it.
Witsy Dootsy runs a clean
Witsy Dootsy.
Really
sounds like a whoopsie daisy to me.
Mess up her place.
All for Cleveland.
Bye.
We're like Vegas, but cold 10 months out of the year. Here's the dude we just talked to earlier.
Beto Plotius.
Babyface. Little babyface Beto. I love it.
Take care.
Okay. Now, there's that one person that purports to be here in some times of the day, but we haven't seen them yet. And of course, here's the chapel. Kind of hoping there'd be a Mages Guild or Fighters Guild. Margarte. You are very tall.
My name is Margarte. Professionally, I'm a trade consultant. I offer advanced mercantile training, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Beto O'Rourke. Perfect, Whale.
I love brewing up new and interesting potions, just for fun.
Like drugs. Hey, what's up, Master Train? Good to see you, buddy.
My busy consulting and training schedule leaves me little time for gathering ingredients. And heavens forfend that my husband Itar
Heavens forfend?
Minutes from his
Never heard that phrase.
Consuming hobby, stirring up trouble between Khajiits and Argonians to help me find ingredients.
I was gonna say I suspect maybe a side quest, but not much else there, obviously.
I've heard Brodrus at the Fighters Guild is well versed in using heavy armor.
So they do have
especially
a Fighters
for
Guild.
A wood elf.
Those wily wood elves in their heavy armor.
Every time I pass by that woman's house,
Yes.
whatever it is,
There's something there.
Leowyn stands alone.
Okay, nothing else there though. It's hoping for a side quest. Like how she's just like just standing at her door, like ready for anybody to try to like just jump through. Greet them at the door. Can I be on my own so I can steal things? Okay, she is following me, which she probably can sniff sniff out my intentions. They are less than pure after all. Nirnroot though. Oh, would this be considered thieving of the Nirnroot? Alright, I'm gonna do this. Oh, here's the dude.
How are you? I'm Itar. Say, did you hear what that Argonian said? What's his name? You know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, totally.
He said any Argonian can kick any Khajiit's butt to breakfast any day of the week. You believe that? I think he's wrong. I know Khajiit can kick Argonian butt. Anytime, anywhere. And you can tell everyone I said so.
So, to be clear, we learned that his hobby is to talk shit about Argonians and Khajiit and try to get them to fight each other. That's like his hobby? What an odd... I mean, I play video games as a hobby, but... I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not one to judge for having weird hobbies, but still, it's kind of fucked.
About mysticism. And she's also been researching sheep, from what I hear.
Researching sheep, yep.
Be seeing you.
I want that Nirnroot. More than anything. I desire the Nirn. And its roots. I just made the connection that Nirn is the name of the planet where this all takes place upon. So, it's like planet root. Oh, why did you close the door behind me, lady? Behind you, lady. You're freaking me out. Want that Nirn root? I'm going for it. Yellow. Ah! Fuck you. When you go fast, you can get away with anything. Gotta earn root the Nirn root. That's right, bud.
Have pity on an old war veteran. I'm so hungry.
Scallywag. Here you go, bud.
Thank you, kind sir.
Once again, when you have 63,000 gold, what's one gold piece from time to time, right? Three Sisters Inn. Earthroot. Yeah, exactly. Earthroot. Look at all these finely dressed Argonians. There's a lot of Argonians in this place. Holy moly.
My name is Numin. Have you seen that no-good rascal husband of mine, Mahai? God knows what he is up to this time.
Oh, what a glowing endorsement.
Hey, you're the one they call...
Yes, I'm Hero of Kvatch. We've gone over this a number of times. Thank you.
I am Mahai.
Oh, you're the guy.
That poor fellow who is chased everywhere by that nagging fishwife, Numin.
Aw, such a glowing endorsement.
Just don't mention me to her, or she will burst into one of her tirades.
Aw, they love each other so much. It's so romantic.
Brodrus has been teaching Fighters Guild members how to better use heavy armor. Odd for a Buzmer, but he's apparently good at it.
So romantic, right? Yeah, right, Whale? Whale's like, what the fuck?
Well, you found the three sisters. Beds and food. Not cheap, but you get what you pay for. I'm Shuravi, the sister that works and worries. Shamada is sweet and decorated.
Shamada.
Shomara
What's
is dull
Shamada?
as a post, but she can
Look a
cook
little
at
sad.
least.
Wait, did she say her sister's dumb? Hold on.
What?
Oh, I want to hear that introduction again. I want to see her talk shit on her sister.
I understand that Sadrasa is still trying.
Yeah, we heard about that one before.
Farewell.
Yeah, dude, he's like, oh god, if you see my wife, please don't mention her to me. I'm sure she can hear all this within earshot. Eating at separate tables. Romance is in the air, my friends.
Please, by all means.
All these people with the same, like anti-bowl cut. With, like, the scalp exposed, but, like, a ring, like a halo around their, like, forehead, like a sweatband. A sweatband of hair.
Welcome.
Wearing this very regal outfit. What a strange place this is. Everyone dresses the same. Most people are Argonians. A lot of goofy hair. It's bizarre. I'll go ahead and liberate that from me. Or from here, for myself. And the 1 gold. Perfect. For her looks so you can make some babies. Yeah, so romantic, right? So romantic. Gotta head off. Of course, Voxivs. No, like I said, I totally get it, but especially if you're not feeling so good, you've had a long day, bud. Yeah, get yourself some rest. You definitely deserve it, but I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that raid. It's very sweet of you, Voxivs. Looking forward to catching more Noita streams in the future. Although I haven't played it in a while, it's still fun to watch on stream from time to time, and there's always people streaming it at all hours of the day, as we both know. There's lots of fun opportunities there. Nutri-Grain commercial. I'll admit I don't know if I recognize that one actually. Or if I know the name off the top of my head. Or no, I know the name Nutri-Grain, but if I know the commercial off the top of my head. This one is unlocked. That's so fancy up here. Shovel. How do you fit a shovel in here, dude? Goddamn. Oh, you've posted? Oh, okay. Maybe I have seen it then. Maybe I've seen it unwittingly. Oh, that one. You're right, Whale. I had forgotten about that one, but now I remember. I want to cast the spell. Not there, but there. There we go. Yeah, trying to aim it at the jewelry box. That's a throwback, though. God dang. It's been a minute. Oh, thump. I mean, if you're not taking some fall damage from a 3rd floor leap like that, then are you even living? What did you just do? Did you just like throw I don't even know what this is. That's beer, but this I cannot interact with. She just like threw it like, ah, take your fucking liquor.
Greetings to you.
Every drug at once, you're not wrong. That's the secret, clearly. That's like that's the cheat code to a happy life, is just every drug all at once and one big old cocktail and see what happens. Alright, so we found the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild. I think it's across the way there. I think we're gonna wrap it here, friends. It is nearly 2 a.m. I went a little bit later than I meant to. Granted, I started late. We did have one crash happen earlier. Game crash that took out OBS with it. But no, we should wrap it up just because, again, I gotta get up extra early tomorrow, so it behooves me to get some semblance of a decent night's sleep if I can help it.